We have Dr. Croaker and Lokk on flying creatures, tailing with Dr. Drongo and
Dr. Drongo. Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sneaky.
He's got a PhD in kicking your ass.
Yes. Love it.
So Dr. Drongo and Dr. Pierce are on foot.
I'm sitting here in my living room and I just can't seem to shake the glue. I'm pissed.
Elliot, please give us a recap of last session.
Very well. Prince of the Apocalypse, episode 8. Dr. Croaker found himself in a room with a hooded figure standing before him. The doctor first suspected him to be Bastian Thermander, but unfortunately the individual introduced himself as Elazar Dryflagon, who appeared to be a slightly unhinged individual of the fire cult who spoke while casually rolling a small bowl of fire between his fingers. Dr. Croaker was a little flustered at not finding Bastian Thermander after all this time looking for him, but after composing himself, he spoke briefly with Elazar regarding Thermander's location. Elazar stated that Bastian was at the base of the tower through an entrance to the cabins below. Dr. Croaker could tell that Elazar's hospitality was all a farce and that he was looking for an opportunity to attack when the doctor would turn his back. Dr. Croaker tried to dissuade him with some coin, but Elazar just cackled manically and threw a wall of fire at the doctor, setting both the Grung and the room aflame. The doctor leapt onto the bookcase behind Elazar, toppling it over and pinning the crazy man to the ground. A flame guardian rushed into the room after hearing all the commotion, so Dr. Croaker took this opportunity to grab a handful of documents splayed out on Elazar's desk and dropped past the flames surrounding the stairs and away from the Elazar and his guardian. Unfortunately, Elazar's guardian chased after him and critted a well-aimed crossbow bolt into Dr. Croaker's, rendering him immediately unconscious. Meanwhile, Lokk had opened the entrance halfway up the tower, revealing an Azer, and several flame guardians beyond this. Lokk, Guy, and Drongo converged on the door. Guy threw one of the guardians off the tower, scaffolding. Lokk's construct blasted another guardian through the large hole in the flooring of the tower, killing him on the spikes and rubble below. Drongo threw out her tail, stabbing and piercing through those she crossed, while she and Guy pressed their way up the stairs leading further up the tower. More guardians descended from the floor above, along with Elazar, who wielded a deadly flaming scimitar in one hand while throwing fire with the other. Oddly, the pit of rubble below started glowing with flames, small flames that seemed to be spreading and multiplying unnaturally. Lokk saw this unnatural event unfolding, so she directed a shatter spell down into the pit, releasing a thundering roar that extinguished all those unnatural embers. Drongo managed to throw a guardian down through the broken flooring and into the pit below. Guy and Drongo set upon Elazar, throwing spear, tail, and fist into him, ending his crazy and flaming frenzy. The rest of the guardians surrendered after seeing Elazar's death. So the party tied up the remaining guardians then Guy saw to finding and carrying Dr. Croaker out of the tower. The remaining flames inside the base of the tower grew in intensity and began consuming the rest of the tower, gradually turning it into an inferno. The party gathered the captured guardians safely away from the glowing flames. Guy began questioning the captors on Bastian Thermander's whereabouts, and they corroborated with Elazar, who had first told Dr. Croaker, stating that Thermander was indeed below the tower in the caverns. While this was being discussed, the group of druids that we first encountered when we climbed the hill to this tower approached us and didn't seem happy to see what we had done. Fortunately, their leader, Ariana, calmed her druids and comrades and asked us directly what had happened. Dr. Croaker showed her the scroll explaining our search for Bastian Thermander as well as his involvement with the fire cult. Ariana explained that she too had suspected some foul play with the fire cults. Guy continued probing for information from the Guardians, and after some shock therapy from Lokk, they were all too keen to explain what had happened. With that information along with the documents found on Elazar's desk, we know that The fire cult was luring victims for sacrifice with a fire plane. There are underground passages that lead to the temple of the eternal flame that connect to each of the 4 cults. Each cult has a rivalry with each other, but are interconnected in some way that leads to some sort of doomsday that's unclear. The bad weather that has been a result of this interconnection. Carbo and Elazar had been capturing and collecting slaves that had been sent to the sacred stone monastery for reasons that remain unknown. But one key fact that seems paramount is something to do with what is known as devastation orbs. Gariana helpfully took our captors away to be taken care of in an appropriate manner. What that appropriate manner may be, we're not entirely sure. The burning tower finally collapsed behind us as Gariana and her group left with the captors. The party finally gathered for a rest, sharing out the goods as that was collected from the fight. As the group turned in for the night, while we all slept, Drongo decided to collect everyone's coin, deposited all in Guy's bag. Lokk woke up to Drongo's shenanigans and slapped her hand away, but Lokk was unaware that Drongo had already robbed Dr. Croaker in his sleep. There you go.
Okay. So, I'm going to summon all you players to the board of where we were before.
There's a board of wonder.
I'm just missing Will.
Oh no, Lokk fell down.
Cool.
I'm in now.
Mouth to mouth. Mouth to mouth.
There we go.
Yay, now I don't have to mess with the layers to find out where the top of the building is anymore.
So, you guys rested relatively undisturbed besides the crumbling building and burning flames that was the demise of the tower. You can see that it's fallen to rubble all around and within the tower itself. You can still see that most of the flame, the wicked giant, has nearly all but burnt away. You see a small little couple spot fires, some hot coals. But what's you find refreshing is that the haze has pretty much all but vanished, and there's a light misting rain that is falling ever so softly. It's not enough to douse the flames at this point, but it is a nice reprieve from the smoke and flames that were the tower yesterday. So, the party wakes up. Actually, no, the party hasn't woken up yet. I need Drongo give me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Ah, that's a
And you mute
5. Gosh darn it. That is a 5.
You have a similar dream to the one you had before. And you wake up to what feels like an attack. And you feel the back of your head and it's dry. And that's all you can make out.
Oh yeah, that did happen. Is there any blood on the ground?
Nope.
Is there anyone sleeping close to me?
You tell me.
Oh yeah, I'd probably be in a tree, wouldn't I?
There's not many trees around. They seem to all be just scrub around. Very low-lying bushes, if that. Any tree that you can sort of make out is pretty much been hacked away and burnt.
She grumbles, but doesn't really say anything beyond that.
Cool. Okay, and everybody else wakes up as well. Guy Dr. Croaker, and Lokk all wake up from a long rest.
Cycle your long rest.
Oh yeah.
I did say to cycle last week, but that's fine. Cycle again if you need to.
We leveled up. We don't need a cycle. It's done for us.
Yes, we are 6.
The power of 6.
Okay. So, again, in an effort not to railroad you guys, what do?
Suppose we look around in the debris for a little bit.
Sure. You're searching?
Yeah, that's the reason we stayed, right? Was to check out what would be left over of the tower.
Well, that
Trying
was
to
the
find a way
plan,
down.
but the tower's still kind of embers and burning on the inside.
Oh, is it? Oh, hang on.
At least that was the description last time.
Well, yesterday it was completely ablaze. Like, it was a raging inferno. And now it just seems to be some hot coals and a little flicker of flame here and there.
Oh, okay. I think that's what he wants to search.
Cool.
Very heavy.
Give me a investigation check. Wait, how are you searching? I'm just determining perception or investigation.
Oh boy. I think it was just. So wait, the map here is what we see, right?
Correct. I've
So, like-
edited it so there's just more rock and debris and brick.
And the top's gone.
Yeah, it's literally down to this current level. Like it stands about roughly 1 to 1.5 stories tall of just broken flagstone and debris. Like the wooden scaffolding is all burnt away, and it's all it's all gone into embers and everything.
If Guy is investigating, Lokk would like to assist her in doing so, and just sort of, pulling rubble away where she can to see if it leads further down anywhere.
So,
Well,
Guy, you
was-
were starting this investigation. What are you?
I was gonna jump up on the
Yep, that's fine.
top here and like have a look in to see if there's any sort of anything that could lead us further down, but probably not.
Or what
everything
remains
having
of
collapsed.
this tower. Gotcha. Give me an investigation check with advantage.
Hmm. Hmm, 16.
16's quite good. I had written some stuff down. I'm just trying to find where the frick I left it.
Do you want me to fill it in while you look?
No, you won't be able to.
I mean, as in, do you want me to fill in time while you look?
I mean, go for it.
Cool. All right, old man, sheep, man. 8, 4, 6, 7. Anyway, no.
Sorry, I found it. I found it.
Hey, good job. Thank you.
That's good filler. Good filler.
Honestly, I just had to maximize the window and it was there. I just couldn't see it because using the OneNote, you got like infinite space to write on. Anyway,
Fair enough.
roll me a 1d8.
Yep. Eight.
Okay. You
Win the game.
managed to find a burnt out chest, and you see a glimmer amongst this chest, and you find well, considering it caught fire and stuff, you find 237 gold pieces.
Oh God!
Wow.
Plus Dr. Croaker's 101 gold pieces.
All right.
So 270. You said
No, 237.
237.
You find 2 fire opals.
Ooh.
Yep.
And for some reason, a scroll is not singed at all. For whatever reason, it seems to be intact, maybe because it could be magical of sort. You find a scroll of flame arrows.
Huh.
Now, I just want to say that I'm homebrewing, that any character can use a scroll. They do not need any magical prowess. It is a one-time use ability, but for example, the Barbarian or the Monk can use a scroll as well as Dr. Croaker or Lokk.
That's awesome.
As long as the barbarian's not raging, right?
Correct.
Hmm.
That seems fair.
All right. Well, I'll bring this back to the group and say I have found some stuff. Here is a scroll of flame arrows. I'm gonna say that I'm not very interested in that. For what I need. And then there's 2 fire opals. I'm not sure what they do either. And we also have 237 gold to split between us.
Wow.
Drongo's checking the tents, the camps from previous owners for any kind of anything that is writing on it.
You give me an investigation check. So you're looking for stuff with writing, is that correct?
Yeah, 18.
18. You search furiously and frantically. You find a few symbols of the fire cult. You find some leather armor. You find a couple scimitars. But you do not find anything with writing on it.
The symbol of the fire cult, what's that on?
You find it sort of roughly scribed onto like a leather satchel.
Okay, I want to take that.
You have yourself a plain leather satchel.
Cool. With the fire cult symbol on it, right?
Correct. I don't think I gave you guys the fire cult symbol.
Yes, you did.
Yes, I
Yeah,
did.
it's the triangle.
Nope.
No, that's the cult. The fire cult is like a bowl with a stick at the front and a stick at the sides.
Ah.
And the fire cult symbol has been posted.
Yep, that's the one. Cool.
The triangle one is that of the air cult.
Yep.
The triangle with a rise in the middle, that's the earth cult. And the X with the base connected is the water cult.
Which we don't actually know yet. We've just been given that accidentally.
You know this now.
Okay.
Like you rolled a natural 20 when you were investigating the paperwork. I am going to honor that natural 20, and
Hell yeah.
you know the symbols of all the other cults.
Sick. We have the thinky brains now. Let's go back to that symbol so I can put it back into my documents. I'll sure I'll find it somewhere. All right, so the rain is it raining or drizzling or what?
It's a like very light spitting, if that.
Mhm.
Mist.
A mist.
It's a mist.
Mm,
And it's a very sparse mist.
okay. I would like to check around to see if there's any tents that have water skins and such.
Give me an investigation check.
Let's try this one. I did not. Pretty certain that's awful. Investigation. No, only 6. No dice.
You see what would have been some water satchels on the bodies you threw into the fire of the wicked giant, and they're destroyed, and there's no water in them.
Sad.
So, during our travels, Lokk has been preparing an elk hide.
Yep.
Tanning it and basically trying to make it able to hold water.
Okay.
And Lokk will pretty much lay that out on the floor to try and catch some of the moisture.
I want to say that you did an amazing job of like creating the tan hide structure and getting the product itself prepared to become leather. It's not quite there yet.
Okay.
You're looking at about another 2 weeks before that will be fully cured leather that you can use.
Okay. No worries.
You might want to mark that down.
Yep.
2 weeks, so that's by next session, right?
Okay.
Well, it's not. Sorry. It's not. It's not raining enough to. Well, it's not drizzling enough to catch water from the air, is it? Because my original thought was actually just to grab the tarp off the off a tent and kind of like bowl it so I can
It's
catch the water.
extremely light.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yep.
Um,
I do not have to worry about doing that.
You'd be lucky to have a handful of water after several hours at this rate, at the rate it's falling. Guy, with that check, there's so much rubble and debris that you feel like it's possible there's a tunnel underneath it, but you cannot be sure, and you assume it would take an extremely long time to be able to dig it up.
I would like to. I would like to do some foraging while this is all happening because I am low on supplies.
Sure. Before we get to that, Guy, what are you saying? Because you were the one that muted and wanted to say something.
No, I was just going to say time is something that we don't have. When everyone comes back, I'll continue there.
No worries. Elliot, it's been a while. What role were we doing to find? Was it survival?
It is a survival check to find.
Cool. You're going to get an hour to search.
Yep.
Please roll survival.
It's a 9 plus my survival. That's a 14. So
You find one. Actually, roll me a D6.
6. 1. I only found 1.
Cool.
Yep.
You find one common killing herb.
Well, it's better than nothing. I'll take it.
Cool. So you do a search while they've searched the rubble. Guy gives you the rundown on what he's seen. What does the party like to do?
First, I'll say I'll give you 60 gold each.
He's trying to pay us off or something.
Well, there's 237 gold split. I'll just give out everyone's share. I'll show the
Drongo takes 60 and immediately puts it in Guy's backpack.
cool.
I go to put it in my bag and realize that something's off. I start like, what the? Checking things, like pushing my gear around, like, where's my coin?
Are you asking the group?
Well, I'm just saying this out loud, like, where's my coin? I
Does
could have sworn I
anybody-
had more coin than this.
Does anybody respond?
Drongo points to where Guy's like giving out the money. Coin.
No, not coin that he's given us. The coin I had before.
Coin.
Lokk is not paying enough attention to be able to contribute anything.
Would I notice?
He's still looking through rubble and stuff.
Would I notice like putting the gold into my pouch, or am I just like too wrong that it just feels like nothing?
Well, I did. You would have seen me put the current gold into the pouch, so it already looks like stuff has been added to it.
We're going to
Yeah.
say the weight of coinage is very minuscule. So I'm going to need a check from you. I'm just going to work out what it is. Give me an acrobatics check. I'm looking for a roll. Well, no, I'm looking for a DC 19. DC 19.
Alright. As I've got the like coin in my hand, I'm just gonna do a backflip.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
what's-
and I fall on my face. It's a natural 1 plus 7.
Like heft the bag and the bag just spills everywhere.
Sorry. I said acrobatics. I meant it to be athletic, but
Oh, okay. Well, that's
it doesn't matter because it's terrible.
a 1. I've got nothing in athletics.
You have absolutely no idea.
I look around like to anyone else. Like, did anyone else lose any coin? Have we been robbed?
Drongo's like, Drongo already said, and then just goes back to getting ready to leave.
I look to Lokk. I was like, did you lose any coin?
Lokk sort of looks up from digging through rubble, like covered in soot. Huh?
Did you lose any coin on you? 'Cause my bag's empty.
Lokk, give me a wisdom saving throw. Looking for a DC 15. Well, okay, so it was in the middle of Lokk's sleep that she was disturbed. Doesn't necessarily mean that she's given it much thought or recalled that event happening. So give me a wisdom saving throw, DC 15, to recall Drongo waking you up for coin.
That is an 18.
Okay, so you remember. Now, let me finish. You remember the night before Drongo trying to grab your coin?
Mm.
It's up to you whether you want to relinquish this knowledge.
Mm.
Hey, if you want to roll for yourself, whether you do or don't.
Yeah,
by all
well,
means.
Leave it to the force of chaos.
no idea.
She says with a mouthful of like charcoal in her mouth. No idea. Parched ears.
So I rolled the d20, Anything above 10, I would tell you. Anything below 10, I would not. And it was a natural 1.
Ah. Well, he's for burning our ones. That's the start, I guess. Why not?
You had a 50-50. That's pretty good odds.
Yeah.
Well then I'll turn to Guy. Go. You better keep your eye on your coin. I think there's somebody around here who's been picking.
And Drongo turns once more. Coin Guy, and points to Guy as if that would explain everything.
Do I understand what she's trying to say?
Inside?
Give me. Well, she's being really obvious, so I want this to be a struggle for you because
Yeah.
she's telling you the truth.
Yeah.
Give
Could
me
be
DC
different, though.
15 insight check at disadvantage.
Can I try that as well? Trying to figure out what she's trying to say about my coin.
Same. DC 15 insight check disadvantage.
Yep. Nah, 7.
Lokk's just sort of giggling to herself over ways away.
Well, anyway, how much coin do I now have? I was like 60 something, was it?
60. You've been given 60 gold coins by Guy.
You two Lokk and Drongo's I've got.
Yeah, Drongo just gives up.
You're very fortunate because Dr. Croaker isn't actually overly interested in coin. It's just more the surprise that it's not there. It's like, wait, I had something and now it's gone, kind of thing. So anyway,
Who knows?
that happened. I kind of tie it tightly and maybe kind of like have actually the coin purse in the bag. I want to tie it to the inside of the bag. So if you were to pull the bag away, I would feel actually the coin pouch would actually pull against the bag itself.
He's booby trapping himself.
No worries. You easily do that. No roll necessary.
Cool. All right. So, Guy, did you find any entrance as you're looking around?
I think there might be one down there, but I think it's going to take way too long to clear out all the rubble, and I don't think we have that kind of time.
Yeah, it looks like it probably would have been collapsed from this angle. So, yeah. I'm not really surprised.
Has Lokk found anything in her digging at all?
You assisted Guy in your investigation, so that helped with what it was.
Okay.
And you guys rolled the 1d8. So
Yep.
Yeah, I think I might show the scroll again and say, does anybody want this?
I hold out my hand to have a look at it.
Yep. Pass it off.
So a scroll of fire arrows enchants one quiver of 12 shots with 1d6 fire damage for 1 hour.
Cool. Hey, that's pretty decent. Knowing what I've seen in fighting, like do I usually use more arrows than most people, or would it be Lokk?
I use my crossbow, and I don't know
Shenanigans.
if bolts
Well,
benefit from that.
Well, I'll go over to Lokk. Sorry, yeah, I'll go over to Lokk and go. You think I'd be interested in these fire arrows things?
I would just want to throw out there, I don't think it's specific to quiver of arrows or bolt.
That's fine. I don't. So, Lokk's crossbow bolt is infused as a magical item for repeating shot, where it automatically reloads and I don't have to worry about my ammo. I don't know if multiple magical effects can be applied to one item?
It is a scroll, so I'm going to say in this instance you can, but only in an instance of using a scroll. I without researching it, I don't know, but my ruling is that if you're just doing if you're doing it with a scroll, it's fine.
Okay. Looks at Dr. Croaker and is just like, "Oh, you hang on to it."
All right. Hopefully it doesn't get stolen. Alright, tuck it away. Tuck it away in my little satchel. I'll make sure to actually mark it down that I have it.
Also got 2 fire opals, so if people want to have a look at them or hold on to them, go for it.
Lokk would like to have a look at one of them. And have a look, trying to determine whether it's just a precious gem or whether there's, some lingering magical property to it.
Do you have any sort of? Do you have like jeweler's kit or anything like that?
Well, I just so happen to have the right tools for the job. With thieves' tools or artisans' tools in hand, which I've got artisans' tools, you can magically create one set of non-magical artisans' tools, and they vanish when you use this feature again. So I can create the tools I need.
Cool. Okay, so you're going to investigate them with the jeweler's kit. Give me a Arcana check with advantage.
Ooh, okay.
If you were proficient with jeweler's tools, I would have just given it to you flat out. But
no, that's fine. I got a 22.
You're able to discern that these are non-magical garnets, and you estimate their value in gold to be around 50.
Cool. I relay that information to the party.
Very nice. But not for me. And I put the other one down. Monk life.
Lokk sort of toys with the one that she already has in her hand. She's like, I'll hang on to this one.
Sorry, you what? Sorry?
Lokk will hang on to the one that she was holding.
Cool, so somebody else has a garnet, so mark that down.
Turns out they're like fusion stones from Dragon Ball Z, and there's something what? That'd be incredible. Oh boy. So you'd become a medium-sized person with guns and shit. I don't know.
So is it a fire opal or a fire garnet?
Let me go to find out. No, that's a wrong bit. I need that. Need that. Need that. Fire opals, sorry.
Okay, cool.
Well, I might give one to Lokk and then the other one to Dr. Croaker to sort of make up the lost money that he can't find.
From your copious amount of coin, yeah. Sorry, what did you give me?
Fire opal. It's worth 50 gold.
Fire opal. Oh man, there's so many things in my inventory. My gosh. More things. Just gotta quickly add it in there. Oh damn it! I always hate it when you you highlight the name of something, but if you highlight and you drag the mouse too far out, it just closes the window. Trying to add something like.
Alright, so we've dug through rubble, we've found treasure, we have divided up the goods. Are we making our way to the Sacred Stone Monastery so that we can
Make it
crack
away.
some skulls?
I'd been considering this during sleep, but I was wondering perhaps. Do you think we might get a hand from the Feathergale Spire? Like, do you think that'll give us a hand? They seem like they'd be interested in taking care of the land, so it seems like it's a possibility.
It's worth talking to them.
And
but
considering
can't
that this is a
forget-
monastery full of people, I think we're
we
going to
can't
suddenly
forget that Feathergale has lied to us as well.
How so?
They said they have no involvement, and clearly they do.
I don't follow.
Did it?
We went over it last sesh.
Like they're not the air
difficult-
cults, if that's what you're saying.
They're within
Ah.
sight of the monastery, I think is what it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, point of clarification.
He's not sure if he wants to share.
They are not specifically the air cult.
Okay.
Because we originally thought at the beginning, and then you said, "Oh wait, I've done fucked up," and it was someone else.
Yeah, I did say that was the location, but I got that wrong. That is not the air cult location.
So,
Okay. Well,
Is the air
that's
cult? Oh, sorry.
That's all good.
I was going to ask, is the air cult the only one we haven't come across yet?
Correct.
As far as you know.
Because the water guys were the assholes that just turned us away immediately.
Mm.
And then the earth cult is Sacred Stone Monastery, and fire cult is obviously destroyed.
Pablo gave you a rough idea of where to find the air cult, but it's somewhere in the valley, in the Sighing Valley, near the Sacred Stone Monastery and the
Knife Point
Feathergale
Gully.
Spire.
It's like Sighing Valley near Knife Point Gully is what we found out.
Nothing more specific. I think that was. Oh man, so much lore to know. It's bullshit.
Lol.
Knife Point Gully was. Okay, DM is a little bit unsure.
Okay.
But I roughly believe that Knife Point Gully was the direction of the Sacred Stone Monastery.
Ah,
That sounds right.
I'll just delete that. That's all good.
Cool.
I may have inputted it wrong.
Maybe. Who knows? You are
I'll
Elliot.
go back
so-
and listen.
All right. Well, there's gonna be a few hours I have to break to find out.
So, I don't want to dive in the middle of the conversation. What do you guys do?
So we're discussing the Feathergale Spire as a possible go-to place first to get more, I guess, hands.
Is it going to take much out of our time?
The map.
Well, they're close to each other enough so we could stop by there on the way, maybe.
Being that there is a valley between the two of them, it's anywhere up to a day's travel between the two.
Oh,
But it would take you about 2 days travel. I believe we did 2 days travel to get here from the Sacred Stone Monastery. It would still roughly be about 2 days travel from here to the Feathergale Spire.
Mm-hmm. And they have birds. They have Goose
Yeah.
Springsteen.
They do have Goose Springsteen.
Mm-hmm. So if they do end up giving us a hand, we can get there pretty fast, and we'll have more people to help us.
true.
So what does the group think?
To Feathergale. To Goose Springsteen.
I'm just worried that that the extra travel time to get there is gonna be costly to whatever lives may be sacrificed or whatever.
Well, if we rush in guns blazing, arrows blazing, into a monastery with full of people, do you think we'll be able to succeed getting through there without being killed just on our own? Or would we rather have more men and make certain we get the job done?
Yeah. That's assuming they help us.
Lokk would like to flex her muscles and say, I think we could do it ourselves.
Didn't you want to see Goose Springsteen?
Of course. He's my boy.
My baby.
Talk to me,
Okay.
Goose.
We did struggle last time against them. Maybe it is worth getting back
we
up.
only struggled because I was not allowed to kill anyone.
Well, let's think of it this way. If we get all those, let's just say we find the slaves and they get out, it doesn't mean they're going to be in good condition to fight their way out if there's still a lot of men in between them and escape.
True.
Even if we're stuck here,
right.
it could be trouble.
Okay.
So at least if the Feathergale Knights, if they're keen enough to give us at least a hand to distract or something, it'll give us a better chance to find these people and get them out.
Alright.
We'll either
you know.
spend our time digging through rubble, or we spend our time going to the Feathergale Spa.
So get busy digging or get busy flying.
Drongo grabs a shovel. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know my vote. I would like to go to the Feathergale Spire for help.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna agree, but still be torn. Between the idea of these... Yeah, well... Not so much begrudgingly, but just like... I don't know. The thought of the prisoners and what's happening to them.
Well, we can always
Well,
just
we-
hurry faster.
Okay.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, what are our other options?
We don't really have many.
It's like, well,
We
we
don't-
can get mounts
What
or
would I
buy
like to
something, maybe.
do?
We don't have, like, any allies aside from Feathergale Spire.
And those
And
druids,
maybe
I
the
guess.
druids, but we already asked if they wanted to help, and they said, nah, do it yourself.
But I think maybe those more like just fighting ways, maybe not so much. But maybe if they can give us help for maybe some mounts, could get us there faster.
You think maybe they could shapeshift, and we could ride them?
Oh boy.
But, I reckon Feathergale Spire would probably be more outfitted to fighting and helping us.
Oh, very much so.
They're probably the better option.
And we can just, we can like double pace our way there. Let's just, I don't know, run it or whatever. Try to get there as fast as we can.
Yeah,
knowing what we know.
we have to head in the same direction anyway, right? So we might as well just start moving. Or am I looking at the wrong map?
No, it was approximately 2 days travel to either location. You just
Oh.
know to get from one to the other, from the spire to the monastery or vice versa, is a day's travel because of the gully in between.
Right. And where are we? Sacred Scarlet Moon Hall, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, alright. Feathergale Spire. And then we'll see if we can get them to fly us if they're unwilling to help.
All right, let's let's not waste time then. Let's go. Drongo,
Yeah.
you in?
Well, bird people, only people not attack us. So yeah, Drongo want to go bird people.
Sounds like a yes to me. Lokk.
I'm in.
All right, let's go. That's double time. Or double hop.
Okay, so are you guys traveling at twice normal rate?
Certainly gonna try. Or at
I'm
least-
gonna
Yeah, go.
keep pace with them.
Okay.
And if we manage to find people who have horses that might want to sell it to us or something like that, perhaps could be an
There are
option.
real villages between where you are and where you're going.
Mhm.
But you can obviously keep an eye out.
Yes.
Now, so parties decided they're going to Feather Gas Fire.
Mhm.
Sure, you guys set out. So you're traveling at a hurried pace, is that correct?
Correct. Time is of the essence.
Oh no, I dropped the
The montage of us running.
Even Rocky had a
Montage. There we go.
Yeah. Mhm. He's got the duck lips. Can only be a good thing, right?
Hold on. So, as you guys are traveling, you make it a fair distance. You're making really good pace. You feel like you've maybe knocked off a quarter of a day, at least.
Mhm.
But the rain gets heavy, like super, super heavy. It becomes a torrential downpour.
That's good for me. Anyway.
And it's almost like Forrest Gump traveling in Vietnam. Big old fat rain, rain that came from the side, rain that came from underneath you.
Can you please play like the soundtrack that's playing when this is all happening for it? That'd be great.
I mean, I don't have the soundtrack on hand. I would love to just start playing that. I don't think there is much of
Fun
that.
by Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Great band. Probably my favorite classic band of all time.
So good.
So, everything becomes difficult terrain. And you guys are now, all the time you've saved is now catching up with you.
Mhm.
And you get through your day's travel, but you're not sure if you made up time at all. I need, you guys are done travel for the day. Like, you're exhausted, especially with the mud starting to cake up your ankles and onto your legs.
It's not
Especially,
deep enough to swim yet.
especially the
Bugger.
short folk, they're struggling. I need someone to roll survival check to find a campsite.
I'll do it.
All right.
Boom. That's a 19.
Nice.
Nice.
You're exhausted, but you thank your lucky stars. You find an outcropping of stone partial ravine. And you find it's kind of a cave, not really, but it's recessed into the hills enough that it's dry. And you guys make your way into the cave to settle down. What are you guys doing?
And then a bear comes out.
I think
Bringing
resting.
out my clothes.
Mm. I'm perfectly happy to be nice and damp. Feels good. Definitely a nice reprieve from all the fire that was thrown at him before.
Elliot,
Yes.
give me a Constitution saving throw. I'm looking for a DC 12. If you beat DC, you have successfully soaked for 1 hour today.
Okay. 14.
You're good.
Yay.
Nice.
Well moist. But usually I do like to sleep in the water overnight so I don't have to worry too much about the next day.
Well, what is everybody doing?
Well, I'm going
Setting
to try and
up
find a little
camp.
wet spot. Oh my.
Crazy.
Does the all right. Does the cave have like any little divots in the stone where it's kind of like pooled up a bit of the water that's been torrentialing, or is it pretty dry?
Give me a survival check, please.
Survival 13.
You don't have to venture far from the cave. You can definitely find some locations where you're going to be soaking quite well.
All right.
What's everybody else doing?
Setting up camp and preparing some food just to sort of warm your bones.
Give me a survival check.
16.
You build a really nice campfire, and you start making a stew from the rations that you've got on hand. And it's quite a nice hearty stew. It's coming along quite well.
Yeah. Grabs up, chumps.
What's everybody else doing?
Knowing that little spot's there for later, I would like to prepare one potion, since my wares are a bit on the low side. One
Sure.
common one.
Sure.
I'm rolling on a riff. Fuck. Oh, no. Nope. Yeah, I think it must have gotten a little too wet. And it failed on me.
Your alchemy set is flooded, and you think it's okay, but it gets, unfortunately, the potion is too diluted. You realize halfway through that this is rubbish, and you literally just pour it out outside the cave because it's no good.
Rip. Well, that was half an hour. Also, that is incorrect. I need to edit that. Then I like to. Well, actually, how much time do we have now? There's only like 3 hours.
Well, so there's 6 hours downtime.
Okay.
Between exploring stuff. I'll
All
give
right.
you roughly about 4 or 5 hours.
All right. Well, with that knowledge and knowing that my alchemy kit was a bit on the too wet side, I pour it out and I dry it down a bit near the campfire a little bit, just to try and clean it up a bit. And I go and I try for one more potion, but this one's got to be a bigger one because I only have the juicy stuff left. Nothing small and easy to make.
Sure.
So I set up for it's going to take me some time. It's going to take me about 4 hours worth of time to do this. So I head over to a corner, clean up the area nice and clean, and I start working on this second potion.
Roll for it.
Come on, baby. Ooh. 21. Yes, I made it by 1.
You successfully
It was a
make
DC 20 to beat it.
you make 1 superior potion of healing.
It is a rare, which goes to superior. Is that it?
That's what is
Rare.
it?
Cool.
Superior potion of healing.
Yeah, it is superior. Cool. I thought it was the other one. All right.
Yeah.
4 hours well spent for myself.
Is anybody else doing anything?
Yeah, I'd like to carve the fire spirit thing that came out of the burning wicked giant. Just get
Yeah.
like a piece of wood and
Do you have any dry wood?
probably not.
Give
Dry
me
wood
a
is
survival check with disadvantage to find some whittleable wood. DC 15. Disadvantage. Survival.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were gonna say to find some whittle wood. Like, yeah, just want some whittle wood. Yes.
11 and 5.
No good luck. Unfortunately, you struggle and everything's just way too, like, everything's waterlogged.
Mm-hmm.
Funny
Yeah.
one.
You have no luck finding any water. Any
No worries.
that's whittleable.
Nah, I like the other one better.
Was there anybody else?
That's it.
Anybody else?
Well, I mean, Drongo doesn't have any skills to work on or not any religious to pray at, so she'll spend time trying to kind of clean up the area outside the cave to lessen to make it seem less noticeable, so that if there's predators or people that go nearby, they don't notice that a group passed by this way.
You have a special ability of feet or something?
No, it was just an attempt. I don't have anything like pass without a trace.
No. Not like pass without a trace. But you're proficient in survival, I believe.
Yeah, proficiency, survival, nature.
But what's your you had some wanderer's ability or something like that? I know it's not specifically related.
All that is, you have an excellent memory for maps and geography. You can always recall the layout, and you can find food and water for yourself and 5 people a day, provided that food and water is available, and that's all it says.
Right. Based on that, your ability to forage and find the resources you need, I'm going to let you roll survival with advantage.
Okay.
And I'm looking for a DC 12.
17.
You find a great amount of foliage. Like, you find some bushes, some trees, and you tear them down, but you don't make it look like the forest has been spoiled or anything. And you're able to create some cover on the outside stages of this cave. And you guys feel well protected.
Nice.
Nice.
Thank you for indulging me.
Yeah.
Okay, what else is happening? Anything else?
Lokk's little gnome legs have been working a million miles a minute to get through this mud. She's gonna go to sleep.
That's fair.
She solidifies in her sleep, and now she is like a mud statue.
Drongo goes for her coin. No, I'm just kidding.
Becomes a mud golem.
A molem. All right. Well, Dr. Croaker's finished what he needed to do, so he's gonna find that little hidey hole water spot to try and keep in.
Okay.
Drongo will be settled near the entrance, just because the sound of the rain is just very soothing, just sounds of nature, but also in case anything tries to come in that they don't expect. So she'll start her first watch, even if watches weren't set up, just in case.
No worries at all. Okay. So everybody hunkers down for the night. Can I please get a stealth check from everybody, but can I get it just a regular stealth check from Dr. Croaker and a stealth check with advantage from the rest of the party?
Raise that one.
$22. I'm used to sleeping quietly.
17.
15.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, I'm just having a quick. All right. So, Drongo, your watch passes seemingly without a trace. Like, it's peaceful, it's serene, nothing but the falling rain to comfort you, and your muscles are weary. Like, walking through that mud was treacherous, but you made it. You made it indeed. Later through the night, the rain continues to fall. And Drongo, I need a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh my, saving throw. Okay, 16.
Ooh.
Okay, so your dream gets a little bit more vivid, but it's the same dream that seems to come back almost as if to haunt you. You see these flames and you start to see silhouette and people running. You attempt to hide and you feel aggression. It's hard to explain, but something just commands you to be somewhat in fear as this tension inside you builds up and builds up and builds up. You start to feel angry, really, really angry. And then you wake up.
Okay.
And it is morning. And the rain has settled down to a soft patter.
Good morning, everybody. Today's the day. The sun's shining. The deck is clean.
Remind Drongo again about collaboration of cult people thingy.
You hear outside the cave. What? I don't
Remind.
know if she was talking to him or not.
No, she just kind of talking out loud. She remembers vaguely something about the cultists are working together. It was a thing that Croaker had found on the desk, wasn't it? That he read.
Mm-hmm.
She would just ask him to remind her of what that was about.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember.
Oh, if I remember. So you are actually talking to me.
I mean, she's asking this in character,
In general.
but if anybody knows, I mean, if nobody, because we remember Dr. Croaker didn't he tell us this last time?
Mm-hmm.
I gave you a summation.
Yeah, she was just asking for a recap.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I'm going to just retroactively say that I'm coming into the cave just to make this a little easier.
Oh, gotcha.
Because I'm nice and glistening. What did you want to know, Drongo?
What thing on paper you read tell us about last time?
It was still wiping the sleep away. The cults are connected to each other. although they seem like they're fighting each other on the surface, they're actually communicating or involved with each other in some way below the surface, as in like
They're in
people don't really
cahoots.
realize it. Yes, cahoots. And I know the slaves were organized by the fire and earth cult, but the slaves have been like directed to the earth cult, and I think they wanted sacrifices for the fire plane, which was the fire cult stuff. Yeah, that's the general gist, and something about like devastation orbs. I had no idea what that is, but it doesn't sound great.
All right. Let me do. She nods blankly. Oh, thank you. And just, I roll an intelligence check and it was an 8. So she's just sitting there, just trying to make sense of what was just told her.
Just busily picking your nose. Like, uh-huh.
Yep. And that's
She's
it.
already like half forgotten what the question was. Like,
Yep.
Beautiful. All right, well, we're gonna quickly eat up and go because I don't think the weather is getting much better than it is now.
Yeah, the sooner the better.
Is it still difficult terrain?
Yes, it is still difficult terrain.
I would like to, because I'm good at like tree hopping and stuff, like I did when I stalked Lokk for a couple of days. Can I use the trees to navigate and also find areas that might be better for traversing for the rest of the group?
You can certainly try.
Cool. I want to certainly try that.
I'll try to join him.
Sure, you can provide assistance.
Yep.
It's going to be a survival check.
With advantage?
Yes. I'm looking for a DC 15.
I got a 19.
19. Okay.
Yeah, boy.
You seem to find a rocky outcropping that looks a little bit better than what you've been traveling. It doesn't speed everything up too well, but it's better than what it was. And you guys managed to make your way through everything
Making your way.
at a better pace than what you were. You're still somewhat hindered, but it's not that bad. And at one point during the day, the rain just seems to stop. Okay, so the party sets out and begins to make its way through the terrible, horrible landscape of mud and debris, but you don't seem to be that too affected by it. Can I please get a survival check from Will? Since he said he was leading the party.
You're on mute, my love.
Thank you. bud.
You fool.
I was leading?
Well, I was directing you, lead.
Okay, actually, give it to me. Survival check with advantage.
How good. It's a little better, 17.
A little better. That's much better.
That's really good. You managed to pick up some pace. You're still a little bit behind. As good as this outcropping is that Dr. Croaker set you up on, it's still out of your way. Like, it's still... how do I put it? It takes you more time, even though you're getting better time travel. You're not traveling through time travel.
Mm.
And you just instinctively, you're making good time and good progress, but you're a lot further out than you would have anticipated after a couple days of travel.
This is the long and fast versus slow and short issue.
Yes, if that makes yes. But you realize that traveling the way you are, you're definitely making better time than if you had to trudge through the mud. So you're happy with where you're at this juncture.
Sick.
Okay, it's time for everybody to make a check.
Oh, it was time to duel. All right.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Duel. Yes.
And you start making it to ground that's easier to tread, and you've found that you're no longer having to deal with like slushy mud pits or anything like that. It's a lot drier than you would have anticipated. Whoever's setting up camp, can you give me a survival check, please?
Come on, usual suspects. I'm just looking for a puddle.
I'll do it this time.
Whoever.
Survival check.
Yes, please.
Boom, boom.
You are the
21.
chaperone.
All right.
Magnificent. You find an amazing place to just set up and chill the fuck out. There's trees, there's rock outcroppings. You find a pool of, like, you find a small swimming hole with a little bit of a stream dripping into it and a small creek that runs out from it. It's definitely swimmable. Like, it's of reasonable size. It's at least 25 feet across in one direction. It's reasonably deep. Okay, what is everybody doing?
I'd like to forage for an hour.
Oh,
Like to forage for food for an
give
hour.
me a medicine check. Or survival check, sorry.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
What'd you get?
18 plus 5, so 23.
Okay, please
I'm
roll me-
intending. Actually, no, it's too late already.
Please roll me a 1d4.
1d4, 1d4. That's a 4d4.
Okay,
So 2.
you managed to find 2 rare healing herbs and 1 rare poison herb.
Ooh, okay. Okay. 2 rare healing. 2 health rare. Dunk dunk. Sick.
Sick nuts.
Sick as brew. And I would like to spend the last 4 hours cooking up like I did last night.
Sure. Well, you've got. You said you're spending hours foraging. Let me just quickly double check. Yeah, you can spend 4 hours making up 1 potion, or you can attempt to spend 6 hours making 2.
Oh, yeah. This is true.
Wait, hold on.
Hang on.
Ooh,
That's 4 to 6 hours? Yeah. That's right, it was halved, wasn't it?
I'm just looking at the specialized, but that's poison instruction.
Multi-brewing chart, second page.
Thank you.
There we go. Yeah. 2 hours per extra pot. Yeah, 6 hours if I do 2.
And it's going to be DC 21
Oh boy.
if you decide to try and make 2 at the same time. Otherwise, you can make one at a DC 20.
Oh, he's gonna go for broke. Fuck it. I'm gonna try a 6-hour-long brewing championship.
Medicine plus 10.
Come on, buddy. Fuck. I definitely failed.
What'd you get?
A 1.
Oh. You destroy both rare healing herbs. But you do it in a manner that you realize is going to still manage you a long night's rest of disappointment.
Mm-hmm. Grumbling and like slapping my pad feet around, like stopping. Yeah, kind of like a duck on a wooden floor, like. With like cleaning it out and throwing the ingredients in and washing it out. There you go. Anyway, that's what's going on right now.
Right.
Doing all of that with like, a Scottish tantrum thrown in as well.
Yeah, I pick up a giant log and I throw it over my shoulder. That's a Scottish thing, right? I grow a beard. Anyway, what else? What's everyone else doing while I chuck a tantrum?
Lokk is just going to be working on the elk hide.
Cool.
I heard Al-Qaeda, but anyway.
And Drongo will be out looking for
Al
food.
Qaeda.
Yeah.
Damn it, I'm
Oh
muted.
god.
You're muted.
And Drongo will be out looking for food, mushrooms, nuts, berries, meat, whatever.
Drongo, you managed to find quite a soiree of nuts and berries, and you actually catch a small rabbit.
Well, then the meal is served for the night.
There is enough food for everyone.
We also have some cooking spices that we found on some dead bodies that would go quite nicely with rabbit, nuts, and berries.
Oh, I have something a little extra for you. As Dr. Croaker is just like moving his stuff around, obviously in a little bit of a huff. As this happens, you notice that he looks a little different. As in, like, his skin looks different when this is happening. As in, although it was like a red, like you typically know, it's actually kind of like changed color a bit, almost down to like a stony brown kind of thing.
Yeah, like a froggy mood ring.
Almost. Something along those lines. But yeah, that's what you see. If you're nearby. Continue.
Lokk kind of wants to ask about that. Just seeing you sort of pattering about. Lokk sort of just looks up from, preparing the hide. He's like, "Are you okay? You look a bit off."
Run with the bloody potion and is all you're hearing. Just like, or more like that. You think? Like, are you specifically mentioning to my? Like, are you being like very specific?
You look a bit darker than usual.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sick?
Possibly. You
Sick and
need.
tired of these potions.
Yeah. Sick of that. Motherfucking pumpkins in the motherfucking rain. Hang on a second. There's a DC for this. If you're really focusing on my skin, can you just do a DC investigation?
I can. 26.
All right. Excellent. That actually works pretty well, actually. So you looked closer at my skin, and although you did see like it definitely looked different before, you realize that it's just suddenly vanished, and I look normal again. Although my demeanor or anything hasn't really changed, I just seem kind of normal.
Give me
Again.
an Arcana check with advantage. DC 10.
Wait. Okay. 16.
You found out that it was magic involved. Seemed like a minor illusion.
Okay. I don't know what to make of that. But I make a mental note that, Croaker can change color. And that's pretty cool. From a... I don't know. Pageantry perspective, because Lokk would look at it like almost, changing costume in a way.
Excellent.
And she just goes back to the Alcard.
Cool.
Is anybody doing anything else?
Yeah, I'm looking for wood again.
Give me a survival check with advantage.
Ooh, advantage. $19.
Yeah, you find you have your pick of trees and branches on the ground. So you grab whatever you desire at the shape and size of which you wish to whittle.
Cool. And yeah, I'm just gonna focus on the whatever that fire spirit thing was.
So a guy plays with whittle wood.
Willow, Eddie, and then nutty.
Anybody doing anything else?
What guy making?
It's that thing we fought that came out of the giant wicker. Or the flaming wicker man.
Why making with that?
To remember the travels that we've had, the foes that we've come across.
Remember.
There's no real big reason behind it.
Why guys start with wood? Like,
That's
why
easy
did
to
he
find.
start in the hobby?
Just something to pass the time during travels and all that. There's no real big reason behind any of the things that I'm doing with this.
Guy's a weeb that collects action figures.
Yeah.
Turns out he has a lot of anime characters in his bag.
Just these whittled waifus.
Would it be Hubhoos because it's a she?
Drongo wants something. No,
Husbandos.
As Bundo, yeah.
Yeah,
is
husbandos.
is learn to punch also to pass time?
No, that's more to protect people. That's different.
Guy good at protecting people.
Well, I try.
Guy protect
Hasn't
Drongo.
really worked out. Yeah, but I didn't protect Bill. And
Was Bill
That was
stupid cunt
disappointing.
too?
no. And neither are you, but we'll get there one day. He was just unlucky. And he chose poorly. And he's
Bad.
in his hiring.
Who's poorly?
Guy keeps Drongo to punch?
Hmm. Yeah, I can probably do that.
Drongo like that.
Cool. I'll show you what I know when we're next available.
Okay, Will, at the bottom of your skills on your character sheet, I have created woodcarver's tools. Please give me a roll.
Hang on.
It's at the bottom.
Just, yeah, I just need to refresh, probably.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're proficient, I assume it will be a dex spell, so skill. So you have full bonus plus proficiency.
That's 13.
Nice. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not terrible. Well, it's borderline terrible, but it's not bad.
Don't you get advantage if you use like tools, especially if
No,
you have like a kit?
it's proficiency.
Ah, okay.
Like you get with your medicine kit. You don't get advantage, you get your proficiency bonus.
Right.
In this case, he's proficient and his dexterity bonus on top. So it gets those two on top of his roll.
Yeah, it's a +7. Or 13.
It's alright, it's not bad. It needs some work.
That's better than my Earth Cultist mask seems like.
That's beautiful.
Actually, I made a note next to the Earth Cultist one that was poorly crafted, so...
Guy, very talented.
Well, it's a process in learning. My skills will get better eventually.
Drongo can't
And then they'll be
wait.
even better. You're too kind.
Wait for you to like, wait to feel her to like whisper like at level or something. It's like at certain level it'll be better then.
All right, so everybody's done what they're looking to do for the evening. Everybody settling in for the night.
Yeah. Was this a open clearing or a cave clearing thing? I can't remember.
It's amongst the trees.
Amongst trees. I'd like to stay in a tree, please.
Cool. Not in the water.
This time I'll stick in a tree.
All right.
Drongo's going to take watch.
Lokk will take second watch.
I'll take the last watch.
I'll take the other one.
Cool. You're all taking watch for the night. That's sweet. Drongo seems to dream clearly, and that recurring dream doesn't.
Oh, no. Sorry.
What?
Drongo's taking watch.
I know. I've progressed through the watches.
Yes, Drongo took first watch.
Right.
Drongo joined Lokk on the second watch. And Drongo joined in the third watch.
Okay. Drongo, please give me a...
Constitution?
I know it's a Constitution saving throw, but is it just a DC 10 or is it more than that?
For exhaustion?
I thought it was automatic. It's only a con save if you're dealing with something like extreme temperatures or extreme weathers, but I think if you don't sleep, it's an automatic exhaustion. As far as I knew.
Apparently it says 10. DC 10. Whenever you end 24 hours period without finishing a long rest, you must succeed on a DC 10 con save, throw, or suffer 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay.
Lower than I thought.
Well, that's a dirty 20.
But it increases every time.
I'm just having a look now. There's debate.
It's definitely DC. Sorry, Dungeon Master's discretion.
Yeah.
I mean, it would kind of make sense, and it'd be interesting to see how long something like that could happen before. I'm not trying to cause problems with the party. It's just trying to
No.
react to that.
I appreciate the attempt. Yeah, just give me a DC 10 Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I did. It was a dirty 20.
Huh? You succeed. You're not exhausted.
Well done.
Okay. Everybody wakes up, and the wind blows hard. It begins to howl even. Thank you. Wind begins to howl.
Hoot.
No, that was a All Along the Watchtower by Jimi Hendrix reference. Anyway, I'm just not a good singer. So you guys prepare for the day. You get up after your night's rest, and you set forth. You realize now that the weather's cleared up, there's probably another 3 or 4 hours of travel before you get there.
Make haste. Is the terrain still pretty awful?
No, the terrain is not awful.
Okay. Then I'm happy to waddle on. Make haste.
You waddle on. And everybody give me a perception check.
Perception check. It's actually fully cocked. All right, let's try it again.
I need a
And now it's
perception.
awful. I didn't see a thing. I had a 6. It was almost a 23, but it was cocked.
I had a 6. Stop copies me.
So hold on. So Drongo and Lokk both got 6s.
Lokk got an 8.
Croaker.
25.
Yeah.
All
Oh
the
my
short
God.
people failed.
Yeah, it's a high figure, right?
I
It's the
can't
very
see from
point,
down
very
here.
important.
It is actually. It makes all the
This whole
sense
wrath.
that the short people can't see out above the trees, as on the horizon in the direction of the Feathergale Spire, Guy Pearce sees smoke.
Oh, damn it. I knew it. I knew it. There'd be fucking smoke. Crap.
We have to hurry.
We are
What
really
do I
hurrying.
see?
How far away are we at this point?
If making haste, you got at least another hour or two.
So if I break away now, they're gonna take a while to catch up.
Considering that they're all 15 feet slower than you, yes.
What's your movement speed?
40.
My movement speed is 40.
Oh, well, then you can keep up.
Yeah.
The other, the gnome and the frog, 25.
You can ride our backs.
Mommy. Well, do you want to head off fast and we'll catch up when we catch up, or what?
They're essentially 38 point or 37.5% slower.
I don't think that's a good idea.
You want to split the party, huh? You want to split the party? All right, cool. Then we'll just keep going at haste that we are all capable of doing, I guess.
Staying together, you
yeah.
mean?
Okay.
Wait, so we're moving together, or is Drongo and Guy charging forward?
Moving together, I think, would be better.
That's what I thought. Yeah. That
Because by the time we get there, they'd have still 20 to half an hour to catch up. And if we run into trouble, that's
We can handle it with what just is. Oh, okay.
You
What?
arrive.
it's huge.
You arrive at the Feathergale Spire, and for the most part, it is mostly ablaze.
Mostly.
Any signs of life?
No, you don't see any movement up the tower.
Shit.
Is the fire to an extent that it would be difficult to get inside?
Basically, the way the fire is set up on the map is accurate to what's ablaze and what's not. So if you use your mouse cursor and scroll around the tower, you can sort of get a sense of what's on fire, what's not. So you
Okay.
can see that you can make your way across the drawbridge through the entrance.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Try and get inside.
You make it inside. There's smoke on the water, fire in the sky.
Yeah. Look at that one.
Actually, I'm going to do some adjustments because
Springsteen, I'm coming!
Did you order the original recipe or extra crispy?
hot and spicy.
I
idea
can
we lost
I just
things
maybe yell
as
out something?
well.
So I'll yell at the guys like, "You check the inside. I'll check up higher," and I jump onto the wall and start climbing.
No,
Drongo will join Dr. Croaker.
All right. Well, good luck, I guess.
Okay.
As in, like I'm scaling the outside.
Yeah, no, Drongo's scaling the outside with Dr. Croaker.
Sick.
1 sec.
Yep. sorry.
Drongo needs to be teleported. Okay. And Lokk. Where
Fell
is
down
Lokk?
and died.
You fucking guys, your old fell down and died.
Yay!
There
GG,
Alright.
everybody.
GG.
The elevator boss got us.
We're gonna play Forest Gump now. Ready, prepared.
Okay,
We're good.
so Lokk trails Guy into the burning building as Drongo and Dr. Croaker start scaling the side of the building.
Mhm.
You notice that the back half of the building is fully ablaze and the heat is intense. Like, you can really feel it. Like, the heat is definitely rising through the building and making its way out the windows for sure. Dr. Croaker and Drongo, Drongo, give me a athletics check, please.
Okay. And just to iterate, I've gained a climbing speed equal to my walking speed and can climb difficult surfaces, including upside down on ceilings, without needing to make an ability check.
Then you both don't need
Nice.
to make ability checks as you begin to both scale
That's Mission Impossible. This shit. Let's go.
Yeah.
the side of the building.
That's why I joined you.
Hell yeah. I was thinking like, wait, are your claws good enough to just ting 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 ting?
They are at level
Wasn't
6.
sure. Nice.
And Dr. Croaker, you're a bit amazed that you're losing speed to Drongo as Drongo maliciously just claws up the building.
just attacks the building.
Like a
Super
bad
evil.
special
Yeah.
effect movie where you see the wire pulling him up.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay,
That's cheating. I wanted to check this window.
okay. So, Dr. Croaker, you going through the window?
And I yell at anybody inside? Anyone there?
You hear nothing. There's just the burning of wood and the crackling of fire as the place is ablaze. Do I hear? Okay, we're going to cut away from you two. What's happening with Guy and Lokk?
I'm pretty much gonna search all the rooms I can. With using all the speed I can, so like dash and step of the wind if I need to.
No worries. As you open the door to the north, around this way,
Yep.
you're greeted by a blaze to the face, and you get overcome by heat for just a moment as you break in through, and you don't seem to find anybody as you make your way around through the fire over the top. It's everything's on fire, but you find a passageway to make your way through. Give me an acrobatics check, please, just to see how well you do this.
Pretty well, 23.
Yeah, you've got no problems. You move through it like you're completely unhindered. And for some reason, you don't find anybody on this floor at all. You make your way around through into this big room. The fire seems to be more intense. The heat is almost agonizing as you make your way back around through the kitchen, back to where Lokk is situated. Well, where
Lokk is
Lokk
running down.
was situated. Now, Lokk, what are you doing?
Running with urgency to the stables to try and find Goose Springsteen.
You make it down to the bottom level of the stables and caught one or two animals. Several others seem they're just not there. Give me an insight check, please.
My Discord trolled me. What was the description again?
Lokk goes down the stairs to find some Kentucky Fried Chickens.
Okay.
The insight is 17.
The Colonel?
Okay, with an insight check, you look at the pens and the cages and you see some loosened ropes and other sort of harness, what you would call debris. And to your best bet and knowledge, you think that several of the animals escaped safely. At least you hope so.
Are there any I can help?
You make your way around and you find two animals still in the pen. One of them you're not familiar with. The other is Goose.
I am currently wearing boots of the winding path, and they allow me to teleport up to 15 feet to an unoccupied space I can see. I will use these to move as quickly as I possibly can to get Goose Springsteen safe, as well as the other creature that is in the pens, to try and release it.
Okay, this is going to require some rolls to see how well you can do. I need, since the other animal that you've never met before is clearly distressed, I need an animal handling check with disadvantage.
Oh boy. Okay. I have 0 on animal handling, so 2 rolls. I will take that. I got 2 15s.
Hell yeah.
That's amazing. You somehow, like, this animal is lashing about and calms down momentarily for you to assist. Can I please get just a flat sleight of hand check, please?
26.
Yeah, was that a nat 20 or just a 26?
Nat 20, and then plus 6 for sleight of hand.
Okay, yeah, you managed to strip the for lack of a better term, lanyards from this animal, and it is harnessed up and like is ready and waiting at your command.
I jump onto Goose Springsteen and lead.
Well, at the moment you're in the sorry, I'm just going to teleport your character. At the moment you've moved in. I'm not going to say you've teleported, but you've successfully helped this animal. What are you doing next?
I want to get it free as soon as possible.
Are you just letting it free out the window?
Ideally, I want to have it come with Goose Springsteen and I, but I don't know if I would be able to do that or not. Whether
So, you teleport to Goose Springsteen. Give me an animal handling check with advantage.
18.
18. Goose Springsteen recognizes you.
Yeah, he does.
It's almost as if a look of calm just passes over Goose Springsteen, if ever so briefly. And time slows down. There's a few seconds that seem like an eternity as you make this connection with this animal. And the other animal in the other pen makes connection with Goose Springsteen. And they're ready. Give me. No, you know what? You've been really successful in your rolls. You make it onto Goose Springsteen's back, and you begin to prepare to fly out the window. And we're going to pause it there.
Okay.
Okay, Drongo, what are you doing?
She saw Dr. Croaker climbing, so she started climbing. You're just kind of following his lead.
Well, you've seen Dr. Croaker stop at a window. And he's below you.
Well, she's stopping, looking over. What'd you find?
It's like, I don't hear anything, just lots of fire.
Do I hear anything above, below, beyond the fire and the noise?
Give me a perception check with disadvantage.
Why are we up here? That's 2 4s. That's 8.
You hear nothing. Like, it's just the sound of the fire. It's intensified in the time that you've been here.
Intensified?
Intensified.
Yeah.
Should we get off now?
There's still more building. They may be up there, I don't know.
She'll follow his lead. If he climbs up, she'll follow. Just kind of as a backup for him.
Okay. Well, if we're still moving, I want to head up to this window, please.
I'm gonna say that you make it up to the window. No problems. Drongo, what are you doing while Dr. Croaker's getting to that window?
I guess at the moment, assessing the danger. How close is the fire? Does this part of the building look unstable? How much time do they have before they gotta get down?
Give me an investigation check with disadvantage.
Six.
You have no idea on the structural integrity of this building. It's just not something you're familiar with. As you make your way higher. Gonna teleport you easier. You start to make your way up, and you get near the pinnacle of the building, and it is just ablaze. Like, it is completely on fire. And you don't see anybody. Dr. Croaker,
Mm-hmm.
please give me a perception check.
Perception. What's better? 16.
Now, I didn't get to add much fire to this level, but this level is extremely on fire. And sorry, what was your perception check?
16.
With a 16, you see some bodies through the window. Give me a medicine check.
27.
Straight away, without even trying, they look dead. They look like they've been dead for a little while. Even at this distance, you know a corpse when you see one.
Mm-hmm. Can I tell the mode of death from this distance?
No.
Okay.
Get closer.
I could squeeze. Well, it's Inferno in there? Like, because you said like it's actually more flaming in there than what it appears.
The fire is intense.
Come, time go.
Shit. I climb up higher, up to the top.
You see the top of the building is fully ablaze. And the heat is almost overwhelming.
And nobody's there either.
Give me another perception check.
So, dirty 20?
You see a couple corpses in the fire.
Jeez, do I recognize any of them?
You recognize them as the air cult that you saw earlier.
The air cult or the Feathergale Spire?
The
Feathergale Knights.
I apologize, misphrasing.
Yep.
You recognize the Feathergale Spire Knight.
Yep. Okay. Do I see hang on a sec. I have the name.
No,
Phil
you-
Moroska? Yeah.
You do not see Moroska.
Mm-hmm. Or Lady Savra?
Not at this juncture.
Drongo starts climbing down, but not getting too far from Dr. Croaker. Just close enough to offer support should something happen.
Mm-hmm. I'll just tell Drongo, it's like, if you see anybody alive, do what you can to try and get her out. I'll try and help you.
Juggernaut see her here, no one live but us.
Sadly, that does seem to be the case. I would like to... Well, sorry. If it's still our turn, I would like to, on my next sec, try and just get into this window.
I'll pause it. All right. That's a good place to pause.
Yep.
Guy Pierce, what are you doing?
I think, having seen Lokk... Well, I probably didn't see Lokk go down, did I?
No.
You would have heard me scream, "Goose!"
Okay.
My boy!
Maverick!
Hearing that, I'm probably going to go up
No worries.
and try and search some rooms. Now, because I've got Step of the Wind as a key point, and can cover more ground, I've only got 3 key points, so just let me know, like, if I use them all up or...
Well, spending, I mean, you can track it. You can... No
Yeah,
problem.
I can tick it off, but I just need to know when.
Just tick one of them off for this turn. You make it to the top, to the next floor up, and you recognize the dining hall which you want to aid in. Like, you open the door to it, and the heat hits you. Like, it's almost it's as bad, if not worse, than the kitchen fire that hit you in the face before. There's fallen flame debris all around the place, and you see several bodies. and you recognize underneath some fiery debris, Moroska and the lady from before. Sorry, it just
Sabra.
Lady Severa, as well as just several other no-name recruits.
God damn, what happened here? Can I try and see if... Oh, they're probably not alive, but I'll try and see if they are. If anyone in there is still alive.
Give me a medicine check.
Boo. Fuck. 12.
You go up to him, and there's no pulse.
I feel real bad if there was.
Shit.
Yeah. Is there anything else? Nah, I don't even know what to do now.
Call out.
So I've moved your character up to where you would be.
Yeah.
You still have movement.
There's nothing I can do.
I'm a dead captain. I don't even have the power.
Loot the building! Yeah, I don't know.
Nah. See, I thought about it because I see a bunch of chests in the different rooms, right? But I'm a goddamn monk.
I know, right? It's probably just personal effects anyway, but anyway.
Yeah. Can I search the bodies? Maybe they have like a clue or anything on them that might point to who did this.
Look, it's a burning building.
Yeah.
You don't exactly have time, so give me an investigation check with disadvantage.
It's not good. That's a 3.
Yeah, you quickly furrow and search. You find 2 gold pieces, but that's it.
I'm just gonna leave the gold pieces there. Yeah, move on.
Okay, where are you going? You staying on this floor or are you going up?
I better check the rest of the rooms.
Okay, you've got plenty of movement. And this is more thematic than anything, so I'm not gonna charge you too much cost-wise. You open up some of the chests. You find a couple feathers cloaks, and you also find. Let me roll for you. Between the chests that you find about 3 feathered cloaks, you find about 38 gold pieces, as best you can tell.
Feathered cloak. Okay, I'm gonna leave the gold pieces there. These guys were friends. I don't want to steal from there.
No worries. You open up the doors. I mean, you see one body in one room. You have a quick look. You don't find anything of significance in any of the chests. The fire is slightly intensifying. You have some movement left. What are you going to do?
I really want to keep going up, but if it's getting a bit too unbearable, I'm gonna have to go down.
You see, give me a perception check.
22.
You see a way through the fire and debris, and you gather you've got some time.
Alright, well, quick look. Quick look upstairs.
Okay.
I will dump the feather cloaks in the stairwell though. So I figure maybe the others might need something warm. And plus, the people who did this will see. These will be the last things these criminals will see.
No worries. Okay. Just trying to get my bearings on where people are. Okay. Cool. Dr. Croaker and Drongo, we're back to you guys. What's going on?
Drongo's
I thought
definitely.
it was Lock's turn, wasn't it? Because
Uh,
it's like
Oh, yeah.
Guy, Lock, then us two.
All right, sorry. I will jump back to Lokk. Okay, Lokk. You have both animals ready. What are you doing?
Escaping. So
Okay.
ideally, I want to be riding Goose Springsteen and have almost like well, not like a leash, but a lead attached to the other animal to take it to safety with us.
You're not going to be able to fly on one and lead the other out. It's pretty much going to go out its window. What does happen though? You get to Goose Springsteen. You make it out the building, as well as the other creature, flying creature. And it follows you instinctively as
Hooray!
you all make your way out to a safer landing on the other side of the valley. Let me just grab you as well. Yeah, do you have is there anything else you're going to do? Because it's pretty much your action to get out to safety.
I want to lead the hippogriff out to safety.
Yep.
But I wanted to try and see if people need to be pulled out of the building. If I jump on Goose Springsteen.
Yeah, you did this.
And fly back out to the building.
Like circle the tower, essentially.
Because I can see Croaker and Drongo on the walls.
Okay, so you managed to get to this part of safety, and this animal willingly lets you essentially like stable tie a horse, but it's you lasso this flying creature, this hippogriff, and you settle it down in a safe place. It seems calmer, and we're just going to use the Goose Springsteen, but you are now flying around the tower as you begin to make your way around.
Alright. Perfect.
Oh, okay. We are but now back to Dr. Croaker and Drongo.
I was going to try and navigate to this window.
You want to navigate? So sorry to
Towards
right.
the flames.
You can get to that window, no problems.
Wee!
This is not working the way I wanted it to.
I thought I was Spider-Man. I was wrong.
Spider frog, spider frog.
Does whatever a spider frog does. Wee! Can he swing from a web? No, he can't. He's a frog. Look out! Here comes the spider frog. Yeah. Very much so.
You make it to the window. Give me a perception check.
Not good. Only about a 7.
You just see blaze of fire and flames come through. There's nothing much you can do at this window.
Do I see Guy rush past as well? Was that?
I was actually on the floor you were just on.
Oh, okay.
Drongo, what are you doing?
Drongo would just be directly under Dr. Croaker, so she's closer down, but she's close in case he slips or something happens.
Cool.
And I call out again to say, anybody alive? Make a noise.
You get no response.
I'm alive! Let's keep it that way!
Well, very good.
All right. We go back to Guy Pierce.
Yeah, just search the room. Search all the rooms.
Okay. Give me a D4,
Alright.
and that's going to determine how many rooms you can search before the fire is too much.
2.
Okay, so you're going to get to search 2 rooms. Roll me a D4 twice. And we're looking for 2 different numbers. So if you get the same number on the second roll, roll it again.
Oh, 2 4s.
Alright, so 4 is one number. Roll again.
3.
Oh, these two, right?
No.
Ooh.
Not from the way that I'm looking. Wait, hold on. Let me just reorientate how I'm looking at this. You
Come on, let it be his room.
essentially search this room and this room.
Oof.
Okay.
And because I just did a 1d4 clockwise, and you got the bottom 2 rooms. So I'm going to just paste an image for you guys in chat so you know what's going on.
Should I mark off another key point?
No, that's fine. Wrong image. Why won't you?
That was to me, by the way.
Yeah, that's cool. I appreciate that.
Sick.
Come on, paste. Come on, paste.
Come
There
on,
we
boy. You could do it.
Okay, so Guy is on level 3. He rolled a 3 and a 4. He's going to get to search the bottom 2 rooms. So I need to double check what those rooms are. Okay. You start searching the rooms. Unfortunately, there's a couple of dead followers in those rooms. Give me a medicine check, please.
Come on. Where is it? Bam. 16.
16. Now I need to double check something to make sure I don't do it wrong. No. Okay, you find some what looks like slashing attacks, and just burn damage, for lack of a better description. That seemingly doesn't seem to be related to the fire going on around you.
Yep.
Did you see that cat on my camera?
Yeah,
Sure
that
did.
keep-
I saw that asterisk walk by.
Little fucker took a shit right behind me. Oh, God.
Sharing
Okay.
is caring.
Oh, God. You know what?
Fire
Fire
break?
break.
Fire break. You search through the rooms, and you find a couple more feathered cloaks, and you find some more gold pieces, but nothing of interest. And the fire is intensifying, so you don't feel like you have time to search the other 2 rooms, so you decide to start making your way towards the door. Lokk, what are you doing? with Goose Springsteen.
Sarah is currently shoving a donut in my face. I am flying around the building, trying to see if I can help anyone escape. If there's any survivors, like I know that guy is in there searching, and I've seen Dr. Croaker and Drongo on the outside searching.
Give me a perception check.
Yep.
Disadvantage actually, because you're flying. You're not really stationary, so you're sort of getting glances through windows.
I rolled a 17 and an 18.
Wow,
Nice.
you don't see anybody.
But you see it really clearly.
No, there's just too much fire and flame. Like you don't see any movement. Like you catch a glimpse of Guy in the window. You recognize it's him, but you don't see any other movement, any other life form.
Am I able to call out to Guy, or is the fire too loud?
You can try, and Guy, I need a perception check from you with disadvantage. Looking for a DC 15. Rolls a 19. Yeah, he can. I should have asked what you were saying first.
Yeah, so, I see Guy through the window and I yell out, does anyone need help? Is there any survivors?
What do you yell back? Wow.
They're all dead.
You hear back, they're all dead. They're all dead. They're all dead.
I was going for like a dead Dave. Everybody's dead. Everybody's dead, Dave. I'm not sure if anybody knows that reference, but I'm going for it regardless.
Yeah, I wanted. I would want to know if Thurl was there, and I know outside of the game that he is. But if there are no survivors, then the point is kind of moot.
You could, if you really wanted to, do some like water bombing. Just like scoop out, go down there, get the goose to pull up some water and
It's
water gun it.
At this point, I don't think it would matter.
Yeah.
It's at this point. Give me a dexterity saving throw, Dr. Croaker.
Myself. Oh, okay. That's good. Dex. It's a 19.
Fantastic. The roof starts to cave in and collapse, and you duck down below the window when this ball of flame seemingly funnels out the window towards you, and you duck to safety as you just like this burst of flame just pierces above your head.
Backdraft style thing.
Should I duck to
Almost.
safety?
No, Drongo,
I'm
you're in
below
a safe
him.
place. Correct. You're fine. It's just
Okay,
coming
okay,
through
okay.
the window, and he's ducked below. Fire heat rises, so you're good.
Catch.
It's at this point that Guy begins to make his way out the door. Lokk, you begin to make your way back. Drongo and Dr. Croaker, you don't see any opportunities for saving anybody, so you're going to make your way back as well. I'm just going to
Were there
tell.
any signs of any of the cultist symbols while we were looking?
There was a symbol, but it didn't match any of the symbols you've seen before.
Gotcha.
Wait, what the? Oh. Anyway. Yeah, you can ignore that.
Ignore.
I didn't realize I had the request to open the door that way. I was just moving my field of view, and then I touch the door. I'm like, wait, what? What? Why does that have a plus?
Okay, so you guys, that was a really cool session.
man.
You know, part of play. You guys have made your way back to safety. Unfortunately, you don't have any survivors with you and very little information.
DM, did you kill them because you didn't want to give us any help? Because I'm going to be very angry if that's the idea.
Hey, look.
Well,
I
he's
just
like,
want-
you killed my people, I killed your people.
No. I just want to say I never lie and I hardly ever bluff.
I roll for
Lokk,
inside.
Roll for insight.
I don't
Natural
trust your
20.
answer anyway.
If it's a natural 20, I will give you information.
All right, fuck it. I'll move the camera this way just in case, just so you can see it if it happens. All right.
I trust you.
that's a nice looking one. Anyway, can't see it. He's telling the
Hi,
truth.
buddy. I'm sorry, I got no information. Like, I can't. I just, yeah.
Oh, I got a better one, so that's good. I'm happy.
Lokk will calm the animals as best she can.
Give me an animal handling
figure
check
out.
and survival unless you have something special.
No, I don't have anything special.
Just an animal handling with advantage.
Okay. 16. As
No
opposed
sign
to
of battle outside the spire?
What was that, Drongo?
Hold on.
And
No.
Splash, did you give me
I-
an animal handling with advantage, please?
That was the 16 I rolled.
Oh, good. Yeah, you managed to calm both of them down. They're fairly friendly towards you. They're coming right down.
Quick question for you, the DM. Is this just decoration, or is that actually part of what's going on?
You have to give me a perception check to find out.
Okay.
But yeah, I was looking to see if there's any signs
Oh.
of battles outside to see if there were any clues as to who they were fighting against.
Well, that's a 24. It was 19. Oh, God.
Okay. Let's see. So Drongo, and look, I assume that you're not just like, oh, there's some stuff on the map. I should do a perception check, but I feel that it's legit, and Drongo would help Dr. Croaker.
Oh yeah, okay, my bad.
No, you're fine. I'm just gonna mulligan it that way.
Because I was looking at as we were climbing around, but I was like, I thought that may have been... I can't remember if that was there before when we came there last time. I wasn't sure if it was decoration, but now that this has happened, like, I honestly don't know if it is or not. So I guess I check.
What are we checking for, sorry?
I noticed these bones, like these corpses at the bottom of the canyon area, so I wasn't sure if that was decoration or not. Anyway, I did perception on it.
That's pretty cool.
And considering that I was on the side of the building that could see it, I guess it was something I could do.
Between Drongo and Dr. Croaker, you guys see that there seems to be some remains in the valley close to the spire. You don't see any armaments or anything that would give you information as to why those bodies are there. They're just there.
I'll look to who was it? Lokk. So, Lokk, you mind if you can could you get us down to the bottom of the canyon? I think there may have been some bodies down there. We might be able to get some more information what happened.
Yeah, Lokk turns to the hippogriff. And I do have the ability to speak with animals.
Yeah.
I think it's only small beasts.
Let me.
I can communicate simple ideas with small or smaller beasts. So I don't think that.
It's your racial, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was thinking, like, what would happen if you were a giant? Does that then count? Is it a relative thing?
These are typically large creatures.
I guess what I'm asking is, having an affinity toward animals, would I be able to, I don't know, almost like ask its permission, or ask for its willingness to have somebody that it doesn't know ride it to go down into the canyon?
I will give you animal handling with advantage, looking for a DC 12 since you just saved it.
13, boy!
Oh, just enough.
No
Just.
problem. I mean, these
One with a 2.
Oh.
like these creatures are they're trained animals. They're used for flying with people on them. Like, it's a common practice for them. They know what's going on. So it's not a problem for you to get you and one other party member down to that canyon floor.
Not yet.
Well, I may as well go.
Who else has to go
Lokk
down?
jumps
Okay.
on Goose
Lokk
Springsteen.
and Drongo fly down.
You mean Croaker?
Croaker. My bad.
There we go.
Sorry. Apologize.
The other Drongo.
Too many of you fuckers.
4 is too many, apparently. All right.
Dr. Croaker, please give me a medicine check.
Medicine check.
Guy and Drongo are doing like crane kicks up on rocks.
22.
That's awesome. 22?
Yep, 22.
You can tell that these bodies have been, like, these remains have been here for a while. There's nothing new about the bones or the corpses that are littering the floor. What you can discern is that they've suffered blunt force trauma, and judging by, because you are a doctor, and you did roll really well, you discern that the angle of where they are versus where they could have come from, you would assume that it's come from the top of the spire.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. But there's no gear or anything. It's just their bodies.
With that medicine check, it looks like animals have scavenged. Creatures have scavenged, and there's nothing fresh enough to discern who these people were.
Can I do an investigation to see if there's any materials or gear that was somehow left behind after all that?
Yeah, but it's a high DC.
Yeah, I thought so. Well, I'm here. I may as well give it a shot. Who's with me at the moment? It was Lokk.
I am.
Yeah. Okay. Can I ask for help to look around?
Well, that was your Uber.
If it's an investigation, I can certainly assist with that.
Go for it.
Cool. Alright. Nah, not good.
No good, lad.
What is my investigation? Nah, it's only a 12. It's not high enough.
With a 12, you don't find any information that would give you the discerning information that you require.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I looked at Lokk and go, it doesn't seem like it's related to what's happened here. I think these have been here for quite a while. But yeah, I don't know anything more than what we've already found out. No trail here.
Drongo, please, before we continue, Drongo, please give me a dexterity saving throw.
Drongo. What did you do, Drongo?
19.
You rolled that with advantage. I just wanted a flat roll, but we'll take the first roll, which was the 15. That is a 19. As you guys come back to the location where you left Guy and Drongo, they're doing miraculously great crane kicks on these rock pedestals.
For a sec, I thought like Drongo was just like somehow robbing the other griffin. Just like gotta put it in Guy's bag. So he's like just putting more feathers and more feathers inside of it.
I tried to put it in Guy's backpack. No, I'm just kidding. The whole bird.
Sorry to interrupt, but what were you guys saying before that? Apologize.
While we're doing the crane kicks, I want to think about what I saw in the
Goose kicks.
tower. Did I call them ghost kicks?
Goose kicks.
Goose
Oh,
kicks.
goose kicks. Okay, yeah. While we're doing goose kicks,
Honk,
I want to think
honk,
of what I
honk.
what I saw in the tower. Particularly at the dining table area.
Yep.
The bodies that I saw, how were they sort of left?
You gave
Like,
prescription and medicine checks.
no, I mean, like, were they sitting at the table still, or were they like all over the place?
They were at various points of the room. They don't, from memory, they didn't look like they were seated at the table.
Okay. And it looked like there were a fair few, like throughout all, like, from what I saw, from the bodies that I saw, they looked like a good portion of Feathergale Spire.
You didn't get to search all the rooms. You maybe, of all the bodies, you maybe saw at least a third of the body count that you remember.
Okay. I'm sort of wondering if they were attacked from within. Because it seems like, to me, having found the blade marks on the body, the slashing marks, that they were killed before the fire was set. And the fire was used to cover up what was done in there. I don't know if that's... I'm sort of gonna speak this aloud to everyone when they get back. And try and like mull over what could have happened. But I'm sort of thinking maybe there was someone inside Feathergale Spire that meant to do them harm and started this. And if there were, like, obviously I didn't see every single body there, but compared to how it was when we first got there, and if there's a third missing, I feel like maybe there were some.
There doesn't seem to be any, like, barricades or set up for battle.
Yeah.
Or at least, am
Sort
I
of like
able
a-
to see that?
Like a red wedding type thing.
Yeah.
Did we
Whether
already
we-
return? Sorry, back here, or was I can't remember.
You got.
'Cause,
I moved you guys back to that.
Because I was gonna
Okay.
ask one thing about
Yeah, that's
if
fine.
I could discern where the origin of the fire started, because I was on the ground. I wasn't sure if I could like walk around the back of the tower to see like if I could figure out where it originated.
I mean,
Maybe give it.
you're not a forensic investigator, and you like water a lot. So
That's true. Well, it's just like I don't know.
give me. I know Lokk could assist you with this, but I'm just if I'm going to put everything onto Dr. Croaker's shoulders here with this roll.
No pressure.
Give,
So if I fail, the
me-
building comes down on me. Is that what-
give me an investigation check with disadvantage. Basically, I don't want to give everybody a disadvantage chance.
Mm.
Roll. I just want one person to roll. Dr. Croaker, disadvantage investigation, please.
All right. The fates decide. Let's say what is that? 7. Just a 7. No, no dice la.
Okay, so 7 total. No idea.
Mhm.
Can everybody give me an insight check, please?
Insight.
Oh, we're outside.
Ah.
Sorry.
I'll make you out of sight in a minute.
Got a 6.
A
That's it.
natural 20.
This is all right. 9.
Or 20, because I have 0 on insight.
Oh, geez. Okay. What
I
is
don't know.
it?
So, I mean, on ability checks, you're not meant to discern between nat 1s and nat 20s. But I kind of feel like if you roll a nat 20, I feel like it's favorable. So,
13.
Lokk. I mean, you saw the first level and you saw the bottom level.
And
But-
the outside.
Right.
So I was
And
flying around it.
just the way you approached the spire with the doors being already open, like left open, you didn't have to open them yourself. So this fire, and the way there are like dead bodies strewn around the building, something's sus. Something doesn't add up. And that's as much as I can say.
Suspecting foul play.
Yeah, that's a great term, Elliot. Thank you. You are suspecting foul play.
Well, I mean, if we look at it
Imagining us
at
like
who was killed,
Miami Vice
these-
detectives.
But we don't have any like shades, so we just get like leaves and just put it over our eyes or something.
Sorry, guy.
They're period
Uh,
method
no.
actors. They're pretending to be dead.
They're very
As-
good.
I was gonna say, like, if we look at who was killed, and we know that they were quite skilled, it's like because we fought that Manicore with them. We know that they're not pushovers. But like, who could do this? And from what I saw, it was just Feathergale Spire bodies.
Yes, you didn't see any other bodies.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll look over to Lokk and ask how many was it? Just these two? Like I indicated the Hippogriff and the Goose Springsteen. Was it just these two down at the stables? Was there any more? Or were they all gone?
Lokk explains from her intuition that she assumes that a number of them escaped, some didn't, and they burned up in the fire.
I searched the
Lokk
skies to see if they are still around.
Give me a perception check.
Might be okay. Perception 15.
You don't see any creatures flying around.
All right. So it's like perhaps like if actually did Lokk mention foul play, or was that just internally?
Yeah, it was more so a case of I don't feel like something's right about this.
Yeah. This is like just trying to suss out like if other knights.
Explaining, my reasoning.
So I was just wondering, it's like maybe they're survivors and they're flown off somewhere. I don't know. Maybe they're in pursuit, or the rest of their steeds just flew off. It's hard to say. It's a real shame that this has happened, though. But well, we got 2 mounts, which is great, but at this cost, I wish it wasn't. I really do.
No sign fight out here, so confusing.
Give me a perception check, Drongo.
I was wondering if someone would do this.
I was almost in that 20, now put to 12.
Definitely was no fighting outside here.
I was gonna suspect someone was gonna find like footprints or something, but doesn't matter.
Has Guy told us that Phil Moroska's body was found?
It's up to Guy.
Yeah, with like explaining where I found all the bodies and like my theory and that, I probably would have said it then.
This must have been very fast because there are people in their rooms. There's people on the top of the tower, and from what you've said, there are people in the hall. It's like everything's happened very fast. Yes.
So I don't think it was just one person.
And you said there was like someone who was slashed up in the upper areas.
Yeah. Their death wasn't the cause of the fire.
So it wasn't
It
like a
wasn't
sword.
caused by the fire.
It wasn't a sword or anything. It was something else. Was it claw or sword?
Would I know the difference?
You are a weapon master style monk, so you would know that it was by a sword type blade.
There you go.
Okay.
I believe so. I believe somebody did this.
Lokk explains that she feels as though the fire might be not a result of the battle, but to cover up what happened.
That's what I thought.
Didn't you say at one point that we could see a monastery from here?
Sacred Stone Monastery's near here, if I'm not mistaken.
So you know the direction of the monastery. As the tower starts collapsing, you did notice that there were viewing glasses on the top, sort of like telescopes that sea captains would kind of use, kind of thing. But you don't see the monastery from where you are.
Okay.
I think, regardless of what's happened here, we still have things to do.
Aye.
As much as it sucks to just leave Feathergale Spire as it is, the
Not much
Sacred
more.
Stone Monastery needs our attention as well.
Well, over the cliffs, can I see anything in the direction, like a trail of a party or another fire camp or something?
Where
Yeah,
are you
is there any sort of like
Over the edge of the
indication
cliff in the direction of the Stone Monastery? If there's like any group of people heading that way, or...
So you're looking into the canyon for tracks, essentially.
or movement, like signs of like whoever was here is now making their way towards something else, or...
It is quite a steep valley. Anybody who has a look, give me a survival check with disadvantage.
Yeah, might as well.
I was going to say, like, we could
Um,
actually just go to the ground and have a look closer, but anyway.
16.
You can't tell from this distance.
20!
That was
With disadvantage?
Yeah, 14 twice.
Oh, jeez, all right.
Dirty 20. Okay.
You don't see any tracks or trails leading through the valley away from this.
Yep.
I don't get it. They had to go somewhere. They had to, unless they took the mounts and flew off. Like,
Mm. They may have taken the mounts, they may have already had mounts with them, and they attacked from the air, perhaps.
If
But whatever they did, it was fast.
I no, I don't think that'd work. I was wondering if I could describe the wounds and the bodies in a way that maybe Dr. Croaker could tell how long they've been dead for.
Well, so you're a monk with weapons ability. You're also we will give you the chance. Give me a medicine check to see how well you can describe this to Dr. Croaker.
9.
It's not good enough.
Hmm.
You can only give basic descriptions. You can't elaborate on any sort of forensic evidence.
Yeah. Because now I'm starting to think out of game that whole rainstorm that we had to come across might have had something to do with it. Maybe it was trying to cloak them out of there. So they flew. If they flew. But
Too many possibilities to confirm.
yeah.
Are there any kind of between us and the stone monastery, even off to the side a little bit, are there any kind of settlements or towns that we could look for clues for?
This is the Sumber Hills. As far as human settlements are concerned, it's fairly barren in that regard. There's no hustle and bustle of any travelers in this area that would lead you to believe that there's a settlement nearby.
So we're pretty much on our own at this point.
Pretty much.
So looking at the map, we have Scarlet Moon Hall, Riverguard Keep, Sacred Stone Monastery all together. Them being the cult or different cults. Where would the air cult be, do you reckon?
It's meant to be.
The beast-
It's meant to be nearby here, ish.
Yeah.
Sighing something.
Part of the Sighing Valley, which this is the Sighing Valley. You, as the wind pushes through the valley, it makes almost a sighing sound in various tones and lowly billowed out noise, if that makes sense.
Is it going or oh?
More like,
Excellent. I love it. It's just constantly disappointed at us.
remember, it's not mad.
Touche. All right. Well, I'll turn to the group and I'll address the group and just say, I guess we'll just have to take on the monastery ourselves. As awful as this is.
Yep. The only fortunate thing to come out of this is the animals.
And I guess Goose Springsteen is still here for us. So I guess that's that.
Well, if we go in monastery, where we put aminals?
Well, we could put them plenty of places they could fly. We could hide them around. We could fly them in. It's up to us, really.
Or them.
Mm. I think we could figure that out by the time we get there.
Yeah.
It's like we could do like a super sneaky style thing where you ferry in people out of the monastery as you rescue them. So you just like fly them out, just cycle on top of the building. But anyway, that's a later problem to see if we can achieve.
Yeah.
Luck will propose that Dr. Croaker and I mount Goose Springsteen. Guy and Drongo mount the Hippogriff, and we make our way toward the Sacred Stone Monastery.
You're well aware, without even putting that idea forward yet, that the animals only have enough room for one mounted creature at a time, regardless of your size.
Damn it.
Then how did we fly down to the bottom of the canyon?
There was 2 of you that went down, and there's 2 animals.
Oh, we took both. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought we only took Goose. Yeah, Goose.
How fast would they fly?
Oh, that's a good question. Now we gotta really find
Yeah, because we could chase behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just hop. Oh, does Lokk still have that ring?
Yes.
How long does that last?
Let's have a look.
What ring?
Let's find out. Throws Lokk off the
falling
cliff.
ring.
Uh,
So it's like, if she then doesn't count as weight, we can carry 2 people on one. Just saying.
One is a giant vulture, one is a hippogriff. They have flying speeds of 60 feet. The Goose Springsteen is a giant vulture and has a speed of only 10 feet. While the hippogriff has a speed of 40 feet. And the flight is 60 feet.
Wait, the vulture only has 10 feet of flying speed?
it'd be walking speed, right?
Walking speed. They both have
Ah.
60 feet of flying.
Sorry. I was supposed to say that made no sense for
Waddle
a
speed.
sec. Yeah, waddling speed.
Well, I
It's,
think
you know,
if you,
that hunched over kind of thing.
it's like,
If you've never been charged at by an angry goose, 10 feet is enough.
Yeah, very true.
Uh,
well, I think we can,
Noises.
like me and Drongo can move along the ground while you guys fly.
Yeah, but I don't think Drongo can do 3 movements in 1 round.
Nah, well, I mean, they don't have to go 60 feet. They can sort of
There.
match our speed down below. And I don't, like, for step of the wind type movement, I've only got 2 more anyway, so I wouldn't be able to maintain it.
Yeah.
So these animals aren't strong enough to carry 2 people, or is it because there's no space for 2 people?
little from column A, little from column B.
Okay. Well, we could.
Because what if you stack 3 tiny people on top of each other's shoulders in a
Put 'em
giant
in
trench coat?
Yeah.
Yes, Lokk is 3 feet tall and 45 pounds.
and Dr. Croaker is 3 foot tall and roughly the same weight.
But when you click on your inventory and you look at all the items you are carrying, you're well over 100 pounds each.
Yeah, I'm just imagining
Yeah.
that you take off at 60 feet anyway, and then just the top part of you flies it back.
Like these creatures are not handling 200-pound plus.
No, that's fair enough.
I'm under 100 pounds a day.
How
All my coins are gone.
Oh yeah.
Actually, well, back to my previous question, Lokk, do you still have that ring?
I do.
What is it? Is it Featherfall ring?
It's. Sorry, I'm just trying to find it in my notes.
Also, I've only just now noticed that the Derzian Valley map that we have, the
Tisarian Valley.
yeah, Desarian Valley, that the cult symbols are in the top left and top right and bottom left, bottom right of the map. Like they're all there.
You did actually point that out very early in the campaign, and
Oh, I did. Oh, I forgot.
and it sort of just went to the wayside. And I was like, "Ooh,
Yeah. To be fair, I wouldn't have understood it anyway, and even if I realized they were important, I don't know which one they associate with.
right."
So you're okay.
I have a ring that just says golden ring etched with a gold feather set with a garnet.
Oh, that's right, because we never actually decided if it did anything or if it was just a ring.
Yeah.
So give me an Arcana check with advantage using the jeweler's kit.
Yep. Dirty 20.
You discern that this ring has no magical properties. You assume it's worth about 350 gold pieces.
Wow.
You very subtly just pocket that one out of the way. Anyway. Cool. Never mind. I think I assumed it was a featherfall ring because it said it had a feather on it. That's what happened.
That is, you are not wrong, good sir.
Exactly. All right. Well, depending on how, would it be faster to kind of like step ourselves as in flying with two people? Sorry, flying to the two mounts with one person on it, flying forward and then returning back to the people who have been walking to catch up. Kind of like that.
I can teleport 15 feet at a time. If someone wants to ride Goose Springsteen.
I feel like, even though that sounds like a cantrip option, you would get fairly tired fairly quickly, and you wouldn't be able to get...
Nah, I leave it up to DM discretion, but it's a magically infused item that I wear.
Please read the description.
Boots of the Winding Path. As a bonus action, you can teleport up to 15 feet to an unoccupied space you can see, and you must have occupied that space at some point.
Okay, so yes, you couldn't use it to fast travel somewhere, because you wouldn't have traveled this path specifically to get to the Sacred Stone Monastery.
Okay.
Like, you were able to teleport within the stable because you had been there before.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I think if we just go at
Just
mine
slow
and
bird
Drongo's
it and
pace.
walk it.
Yeah. No, well, you guys can fly at the 40 feet, and then it can push me and Drongo to go 40 feet as well.
Are there any cards or other things nearby we could use?
bird drawn cart.
True.
Really wish we still had that.
Sick.
Oh, the cart
What
that was
was it, the
destroyed.
weapon? Yeah.
Yeah.
Drongo strong, Drongo full.
Well, we can,
no.
As we travel, we can follow those mounts, and if we manage to spy any of the other mounts that may have escaped and are nearby, maybe we can collect them too. But until then, keep them with us.
Yep.
How's that? So,
Okay,
So my vote
so-
is we travel with the mounts.
Okay, so we finally come to a conclusion on how we're traveling. I didn't want to interject, even though it killed me. We finally settled on the idea that I was thinking all along.
Yeah. So we'll try to shenanigan our way around it. It's a
Yeah.
for that.
I appreciate it. That's why I didn't interject. I'm like, this could go anywhere. But let them tell me something that I don't know exists.
Yeah, let them
No.
break the game for you.
We have Dr. Croaker and Lokk on flying creatures, tailing with Dr. Drongo and
Dr. Drongo. Huh.
Yeah,
Wow,
Drongo and
sneaky.
He's got a PhD in kicking your ass.
Yes. Love it.
So Dr. Drongo and Dr. Pierce are on foot.
Dr. Pierce. We're all doctors here. That means I'm nothing. I'm
They're
wet.
real doctors.
Oh, I'm special.
No, so
Alright.
Drongo and Guy Pierce are on foot. Dr. Croaker and Lokk are in the skies, keeping. Which this is a great option because it actually allows you to travel a lot faster than you would have assumed.
Mm.
Um,
And we could also see better.
so,
Yeah.
what would have taken a day of travel is, and you got here late morning, so near midday, you're going to be able to cross the valley, and you're about 2 hours away before it becomes time to set up camp.
2 hours
In our
away from what,
travel-
sorry?
From the Sacred Stone Monastery.
Oh, geez, alright, well, it's much faster.
In our travels, have we seen any other escaped geese?
Give me a perception check, please.
That's a 17.
No, you do not see any at all. You do not see any other flying creatures on your travels.
Okay.
Oh, man. Alright, well, I guess we'll set up camp.
Okay.
Gather the mounds.
Who's looking for campsite?
Well, would it be, well, I guess because we can see the most, it would be Lokk and myself.
Sure. Both of you give me a perception check each.
I may have found it.
7.
Perception 24. You're welcome.
Should have been survival, but I'll let perception ride for this one.
Survival
You find,
24.
you find a wonderful outcrop of vegetation that looks really well secluded. Can both of you please give me a stealth check?
15.
15. Okay. Please let me roll.
Not
boy.
enough.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you guys settle in. There's a lot of trees. It's a dense thicket area with a small clearing. Enough easily for you guys to set up camp for the evening. What you doing?
Okay.
So I was on the hippogriff, right?
Yes.
I
feel like I should name mine too.
Going to regret
Go for it.
in that if if the stealth roll is like unbeknownst to us, like we're not actively trying to be stealthy, would we not roll at disadvantage because we're not?
No, not for this particular. But I appreciate the thought process. The to DM secret give or not DM secret give. I'm gonna leave that one as it is. Let's sleep in.
Okay.
You guys find a clearing. You find an amazing clearing. Like this is one of the best camping spots you've had so far. What do you guys want to do?
I jump off Hip Hoppity Griff and and do some foraging for more potions.
Okay. Give me a survival check.
Ooh, that's very good. That is a 26.
26. Okay.
26. Oh, jeez.
You roll me a d4.
D4, all right. 2.
Okay, roll me a d4 again.
2.
Okay, you find one very rare healing herb.
Okay, one very rare. The tricky boys. Very rare. There you are. Yep.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Those are the really hard ones to play with. It takes ages to brew them. But that's what you get for good stuff. Alright, well then I'll follow the same track as last time, and after foraging for a little bit, I will try and brew again.
Okay. It's going to take you a full 8 hours, so you're not going to get a full
4
one.
hours. I'm doing a small one. I have one
Oh, you're
more
doing-
rare.
doing
I have
rare.
one rare left.
Sorry, I apologize.
Yeah, okay.
Give me a medicine check, please.
No dice. Fail again.
You see a very angry Scottish-sounding frog get really pissed off and almost smash his alchemy set. But he refrains himself from breaking anything and just
He starts rippling again. Just. So you see the colors start looking weird on his skin again. He gets frustrated.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone else sees it, but that's what happens.
I'm not paying attention. I'm impatiently sitting down and looking in the direction of Sacred Stone Monastery.
Mm-hmm.
It's like tapping my spear on the ground, like, you know, the restless leg syndrome.
Give me a perception check, please.
Who?
Guy.
Okay.
Sorry.
23.
That's very good. Through the cracks of the trees, up on the nearby sort of plateaus, you make out a figure wearing a shiny mask. They don't sit. Wait. I need to check. You feel like they didn't see you. And they don't see you. Like, you feel like they don't see you, that they don't know where you are.
These are the golden masks?
It's
Shiny
shiny.
mask.
You
Oh.
can't tell what color it is at this distance.
Mm-hmm.
Who's near me? Like any of the party members wise?
I think I
Lokk
would
is
have been.
tending to the animals, so
Dr. Croaker is obviously frustrated and packing up his kit.
Drongo, are you near Guy at this moment?
I think I would have been out looking for food for dinner.
Fuck!
Foraging.
You hear a soft
I'm by
voice
myself.
say, anytime. Sorry, that was a Predator reference. Anytime. But no, you don't. That was out of.
Want some candy?
Oh. Okay, so Guy, nobody's near you. What are you doing?
I'm gonna watch them. I'm gonna watch them until they move, either away or if they move away, like back towards Sacred Stone Monastery. I'm gonna give chase. Other than that, I'm just
They're a significant distance away from you, like a really long distance from you. You make out it's a small, like a small silhouette of a person, and you caught a glint of a shiny face. It was a really good perception check.
so like a
Time.
This
dash,
team- hold on,
step in the
hold on.
wind.
I know.
No, I mean like, is that too far? Like, I'm trying to gauge how far away.
Let me speak a little bit more. This figure looks to be moving with purpose, and it looks to be scouting the valley and keeping an eye out. This figure seems to move off in a direction not exactly in the way of the monastery directly. You could, like, it would take you a number of turns to get up to them, but also they're on a plateau, so there is some terrain you would either have to climb or traverse in some sort of way. So you're not too sure if you would be able to make it.
Alright. Well, in terms of our camp setup, we don't have a fire going yet, do we? It's still bright.
It's dusk, but you feel with the location and like even the outcropping of the trees that there is a really well sheltered area or a campfire that wouldn't draw attention from anybody else.
Okay. I'm gonna quickly get out my calligraphy tools, and I'll write like a "We're being watched." Well,
Strongly
sorry.
letter.
No, like
I give you the letter A.
because I don't think we're being watched, do we?
So it's you're
it does-
keeping an eye out for a while, right?
Yeah.
It's maybe 20 or 30 minutes later, this figure comes back to the edge of the plateau and sort of squats down and keeps an eye on and looks to be looking in your direction.
Shit. Alright, I'll pretend that I don't see them. Or I'll just continue
You
sitting
feel,
as I'm doing.
give me a stealth check, please.
One little tilt away from a natural 20. There's a 9.
You're not feeling too safe.
Okay. And all the others are like out in the woods at this point. Still.
Dr. Croaker is sort of in the camp doing stuff. Lokk is maybe a 30 or 40 feet from you, tending to the animals. Drongo is out foraging for food.
Okay. I'll turn to the closest one of them, probably Dr. Croaker, and say, I think we're being watched.
It's at this point you notice a second figure appear, seemingly wearing a similar mask. It approaches the other figure that you've been watching. there seems to be some sort of interaction, and the figure that just appeared turns back around and heads the way they came from.
I think that's a bad sign.
Was that both of the figures or just the one?
Just the one that came out, had an interaction with the one that was sitting there, and then turned back around and went back the way it came.
Now, I know I'm not there, but are these the same kind of masks that were from the monastery?
I can't answer that because you're not there.
Were the any they're like far enough away that all I can see was like a shining, like a glint kind of thing.
Yeah, that would be it. You can't tell much more of
when Guy tells Dr. Croaker that they're being watched, he kind of freezes for a sec, and because he holds still, you see that his skin starts to actually blend with the background a little bit, like reasonably.
Chill, bro.
Whoa,
Because
that's cool.
when he holds still, it's like kind of thing, and then he tries to spy on the direction that Guy is indicating that we're being watched.
I wish I'd seen that, but I'm like staring at this dude staring back at me.
So, Guy rolled a 23.
Mhm.
I'm looking for a DC 22 to... Well, no.
Mhm.
I'm looking for a DC 22, but you can roll perception with advantage because you know the direction it's coming from.
Okay. Ooh. I think I got it. Perception?
Yes.
Yeah, 23. I got an 18 and a 5. Hell yeah.
You look in the same direction and you don't quite catch it at first, but eventually you hone your eyes in and you see this figure cresting the plateau.
Mm-hmm. And I get the same kind of information that he does. Sorry, she does. With like the figure with possibly a mask.
You've got less information because you've come to the viewing experience later than Guy. You didn't see the other figure appear and disappear. This humanoid is just standing there. The sun has settled a little bit more. You can't tell if there's any sort of reflection or glint of metal.
I'll lean over to Guy. Well, I'll approach Guy and lean over to him and ask, do you think they saw us fly in?
I'm not sure. There's more than one out there. They could have just been out here.
Where's the other one?
He's gone. He's walked off. I'm not sure where. Go tell Lokk, and I'll just keep watching and see if they do anything.
You think we should move camp?
It's about this point, Drongo, you get back from your foraging expose and you have enough rations for everybody.
Good. I go and start setting things up for dinner.
I think if we act natural...
Drongo, give me a health check with disadvantage, please.
Oh, no, well, it's too late for that. Alright. I was going to try and prevent the fire from happening.
That would be a nat 1.
Oh, jeez.
Clang, clang, clang.
We are here!
Have food!
That's more like walking around the campfire, banging a spoon on a pan, saying, "Dinner's ready!"
Yeah. Or the castaway, like, I made fire! Fire!
Foliage cracks
roaring.
your feet. You make no effort to be quiet or discreet as you funnel your way through the trees that just shake back and forth as you move through them. As you get back to the campsite. And you go about starting a fire. Like, there's time before the fire is actually lit. But
Mhm.
what does everybody else do?
That's like the quickest fire that she's ever built.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah. It's just covered in feathers, and that's why it just ignites. Drongo's got to try and like stop her from making the fire. It's like stop.
There's a small fire, not a large fire. Like enough for a flame, but it's not a large.
Does Lokk know anything yet? Has anyone seen anything?
Unless you've been paying attention to anything other than the animals, no.
Okay.
And unless one of the other party members has come to your attention, no.
I don't really want to.
Lokk's only about 30, 40 feet behind you guys, tending to the animals.
Okay.
I don't really want to like move over there in case I lose sight.
I'll
Maybe I'll try throw like a rock.
You know, I'm always there. You can always just ask me to do it.
Yeah, but you know, trying to put out the fire and all that.
But some food tastes better when by fire.
Yep, it does.
Yeah.
I might actually. Can I call Drongo over and then just
What?
sort of.
Drongo, give me a roll, just a straight D20.
I'll motion for Dr. Croaker to go talk to Lokk.
On a 1 to 11, you stay by the fire. On a 12 or higher, you go to Guy.
Guy.
2.
You stay with the fire and just call out to him and be like, "What?
Drongo hungry, what?
I'll lean over the guy.
I'll just be like, oh. it's all right.
I'll lean over the guy and say, if we pretend that we don't see them and we just set up camp as normal, we might be able to sneak off in the darkness, in case they try and find us tonight.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I still want to make sure that they're there.
Why are you
and not
whispering
running
to
back
each other?
and
What do you want?
All right. I'll head over to Lokk now and actually start explaining what's going on at the moment.
To Lokk?
The Lokk.
If I back away to
just let Drongo do her thing.
If I back away to
we're setting up fire.
If I back away to Drongo, can I maintain like eyesight with this thing?
You guys, as I said, there's a lot of foliage. You've got like a break in the trees that you've manually manipulated. If you move even 1 foot away, you'll lose your line of sight.
So we're pretty well covered right here, but they know we've been here at least. If they're looking down here, they've obviously seen us flowing in.
Yeah, but
as I said, like there was a 24 rolled for the campsite. It's really dense foliage around your campsite. There's a little bit of rock outcropping, but it's like 20% of your campsite.
I just want to make sure he doesn't make a move, so I'm just gonna stay.
All right, I'll go over to Lokk and explain to her what we've found, and I'll say, "Come with me," and I'll go over to Lokk to Guy, while Guy watches and go. Out of character. Do we want to do a Lord of the Rings tavern pile of bags and kind of thing, and just sneak off to a different spot? But in character, do we want to shift our camp and pretend that we're still here, but go to a different spot in case they come at night?
Sounds like a good idea.
Lokk
Just
sort
let
of
Drongo
cracks
do his
her
thing.
knuckles, and he's like, "If there's only 2, we can pick them off here."
Luckily, you realize that they're a significant distance away from you, and like you wouldn't have much of a chance to get in melee range, even with Goose Springsteen.
I can shoot.
You can certainly try.
Just
Yeah,
I didn't say it was
Legolas, that
impossible. I didn't
bitch.
say it was impossible. I'm throwing it
just
out.
saying it's very
Did
unlikely.
not say it was impossible, just unlikely.
As we're all like moving around and stuff, do we hear any sounds surrounding the camp?
It's typical
Like
animal-
woodland creature?
Like nightlife, just like cicadas and stuff like that. I'm going to just because I can.
That just means there's nothing there to scare them off. We're safe.
Hmm.
Can Drongo go back to making food now?
Ah, that's nice.
Yeah, no.
Uh,
we might be all right here.
I'll look to Drongo. Just do your thing.
Okay.
This figure on the plateau, it's been a while since that other figure came, but this figure that you've kept an eye on has not moved.
I'm going to try and set up some of the bedrolls in a way that looks like they're occupied. Because I'm not going to be... So, Dr. Croaker is not intending to sleep within this camp, but somewhere else, but within eyeshot of it. Hey, does anyone else want to join me?
No, Drongo will join for watching.
Oh.
She's going
So yeah,
to
like I
take
said, I'm doing a
watch.
Lord of Rings tavern thing.
So, Drongo, are you going to look at this figure?
Has anyone told her there's a figure there?
Not
Everyone
yet.
just said they're letting Drongo do her thing, so...
No.
Otherwise, she's just cooking food.
It's like, make it seem like we don't see them, and then hide away later.
You know what? Maybe I will walk back. If they haven't moved in all that time, I will rejoin the party and just quietly tell everyone that they haven't moved, they're still watching us. Maybe we can ambush them.
Who's watching us?
There's someone out there on
Oh, bird people?
quite a bit away.
Friends, maybe?
Seems unlikely.
How do you
Honestly,
know?
don't know right now.
They're wearing a kind of mask, and we've seen only one group of people wear a mask.
And I've never
Well,
seen
there's monks.
We've never seen the Feather Gale. Any of their soldiers wear masks.
Oh, I don't know actually. I think they're wearing helmets.
Not masked though. But anyway, I'm just going to fast forward my attention. So I'm going to be sleeping somewhere away from the main camp. I'm intending to... Well, I'm telling the others that that's my intention. To sleep away. But follow through with the like doing night watch, but have our camp itself be kind of vacant, but pretending that it's actually occupied. That's my intent. And making sure to bring the mounts away from the main camp during the night. There you go. That's my intention.
I will follow that.
Are the others going to follow suit?
Drongo will sit at the edge of the camp and keep watch.
Lokk's
Alright.
main concern is the animals.
Okay, so has anybody informed Drongo of the figure?
Yeah.
Drongo, give me a perception check, please.
Is it with advantage because...
That's a nat 20.
Oh, never mind. Wow, we're really good tonight.
With that nat 20, you look in the direction that Guy was pointing about the figure is gone.
Drongo looks back at who again? Drongo looks back
I
at the
shouldn't
party
have stopped looking at him.
and
All
looks
right.
down. Looks at Guy.
I'll have a
Looks
look through
down.
again.
And
Guy,
then she just walks off.
Guy looks back at the location and doesn't see the figure there anymore.
Okay, I'm going to send it to everyone and say we need to probably leave.
What, the fake camp or just leave entirely?
Oh, leave entirely, I think.
But Drongo's setting up food.
Yeah, I cooked this for everyone. Come on.
I think, yeah, we can eat when we get to the next place, but I don't think we're going to be able to eat here.
Starts
Or anywhere
making
near
doggy
here.
bags.
Well, we don't know what their intent is. If they're gonna try and sneak up us on night, we already know that they might be coming for us, and we may as well stick around to find out. Because if they do, we'll have to jump on them, and we'll finally get some more answers with what's going on. But if not, we'll be all right.
Very well. Shall we sleep in the trees and, well,
yeah.
not sleep, but lay the trap then? Alright.
Right.
Alright, stick with the plan.
Don't worry, Drongo. We'll still be able to eat. I'm sure you did a great job. All right, who's first watch?
Drongo.
Lokk will take second.
Drongo.
Oh, Drongo try to stay awake.
Yeah.
I'll take third.
With Drongo.
Okay. And Guy, you taking fourth watch?
Yeah, whichever one
With
is last.
Drongo.
Or is left.
Drongo, are you gonna have a sleep tonight?
Shh. Just watch.
All right.
Okay. So, with your watch order ready, we have
And in the trees.
Croaker and Drongo, then Lokk and Drongo, and then Guy with Drongo for the Night's Watch. And that is where we're going to end our session for tonight.
Like and subscribe.
Ring that bell.